Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode 73 of the MeepleCore Podcast, a bi-weekly podcast about board games, video games, music, and nerd culture. I am your host, Tim Jennette, and the Metal Meeple, and I'm joined by my co-host,
the Matt RoBear,
and Eric Ledford.
And we have a returning local guest,
George Braden.
And in this episode, we give you our first impressions for the board games Not Alone, Sagrada, and Dreamscape. Then we put two games into the pit to see which one comes out alive. And this time, it's Roll Player and Sagrada. Then we go through our top 5 YouTube rabbit holes and much more. All right, well, that was not a great intro, but we it's funny.
Best ever.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said we made it through.
Yeah, we made it through. Anyway, I did refer to myself as Tim the Jennette, and then Matt promptly so the Matt RoBear. Anyway, so question time. Toilet paper, over or under?
There's only one right answer.
Yeah, definitely over.
You are wrong, my friend.
What?
Whoa!
Do you not have kids?
You don't get it wrong. What? I've
Kids and cats can unroll a roll of toilet paper if you do it over. If you do it under, all they do is keep smacking it around and they don't get nothing from it.
This is fantastic. I did not think this was going to be this interesting.
My kids are old enough to know better.
So's my cat, but it doesn't matter.
Do you under as well?
Under. It's under.
For this reason I'm talking about.
For the cat.
Yeah.
Okay,
really?
so
Okay.
I think that I prefer 100% the over method, but I understand the necessity for kids and cats to be under.
Oh. Well, I don't have a cat, and my dog's not allowed to go in there, so I guess dogs don't do that.
That's fair. Did you ever have problems with your kids when they were younger with just be like, rah, grabbing all the toilet paper off there, or holding it
No.
and trying to,
No, not typically.
oh, well,
Really?
man. Anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's writing a book.
Yeah, it happened twice, I think, at our house, and I was like, how can we alleviate this?
Just turn it around.
Turn it around.
That's
There you
fair. Anyway, I like the questions, so I just randomly searched like unbelievably stupid questions to ask people, and this was one of them.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. All right, before we go on, you know what I'm going to do? Check this out. I found a new bundle website for games, right? I know we do Humble Bundle. I'm not a partner with this one. I just saw something really cool, and I thought it would be fun to do on the podcast. So I purchased from Fanatical.com. They have an Easter bundle at $6.99 for 10 Steam keys. You don't know what they are.
Oh, they're Steam keys, though.
They are Steam keys, yeah.
Okay.
See, now Eric's more interested. Here we go. Mystery egg bundle. I have 10 key eggs right here. And it could be anything, right? There's like, well,
Right.
not anything.
They
They
have
have
like
1,000 games
games.
that it can be
Yeah.
part of. Here we go. Reveal key.
And it's just random. It could be their best games.
Right.
It could be AAA titles. I think there's going to be at least one good game and probably a bunch of crap.
Is there something in particular that you're really hoping for?
Not at all.
You better
This
not.
is straight booster packing it up.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Right.
this is like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius right now.
This is like a loot box.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 1, click. I did not click. Okay, well.
So what are you clicking here? Are you clicking something like an egg?
Oh, here we go. Construct escape the system. Never heard of this.
I would imagine that's how the rest of them will be.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, well, all right. So it's an $8 game, and it's first person platforming gameplay at its very best. Oh, actually, no, I've seen this. This is awesome.
Don't try and make it sound better than it is.
No. If I remember correctly, that a lot of people online do like some jumping puzzles, or not jumping puzzles, but they do like talking videos, and they have this stuff just in the background because it's a jumping platformer and nothing else. That's interesting. All right, well,
You got your money there already.
I got my money. I'm good. Here we go. Reveal key. Layers of Fear. It's a good thing I had Steam open to look this up. It's a $20 game, and it looks kind of cheesy, but let's see what So Layers of Fear is a first-person psychedelic horror game. So I guess like Final Fantasy. Like Resident Evil. Exactly like that.
Oh, it's gory.
It does
Looking
look,
over your shoulder here. Yeah. The art is.
Kind of like a Silent Hill vibe inside of a dilapidated, almost like Outlast kind of look. So that's pretty cool. Let's do egg number 3, Find Your Way. That's too bad it wasn't that one from the multiplayer episode we did yesterday. $3 game.
Ooh.
But they could be fun. This looks like a Wild West game.
Oh.
It's a third-person shooter in a Wild West setting.
Called Find Your Way.
There you go.
Collateral Damage. Is this, was it Steven Seagal? Who was in that? The movie? $10. We got Collateral Damage as a Wiser Cat. It's a first-person destructive cat simulator where you play as a cat on a rampage.
Collateral.
Cat lateral damage.
Cat lateral.
Knocking as much stuff onto the ground as possible.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's awesome. All right, so number 5, Mountain Crime What does that say? Requital. We got $3 game. I'm batting 1,000 here.
You're doing good.
Solve the mystery at the heart of this chilling thriller. It looks like a point and click adventure game. Yep, it is.
Yeah, it could be.
That will be thrown away. Anyway, who's your daddy?
That was the game you just got?
Yeah. It's not even on the apps. It's not even on Steam. How am I supposed to claim this? Oh, here we go. It's I guess apostrophes matter. So it's a $5 game. Who's Your Daddy is a casual one-on-one video game featuring a clueless father attempting to prevent his infant son from certain death. It's a baby on the counter. What do you do?
You know what? I've actually played that game.
Have you?
My brother had it and I played it one time and it's kind of entertaining. Yeah.
Is it one of those like entertaining for 5 minutes kind of thing?
Exactly.
It's like, look how stupid. Oh my gosh. I'm totally fine with this. This is Rime. And, I totally wanted this game. So win. It's $30.
It's called Rime.
It's called Rime. Actually, when we were doing the news segment a couple of episodes ago, I talked about Tidal Blades on the Kickstarter, and this has a very similar style of artwork and theme. This game is like, the best I can think of it without looking into it much is it kind of like the Shadows of Colossus style game where you're running through the environment, not doing anything besides like puzzle jumping and climbing and stuff. I don't think it actually has anything to fight. So land of discovery stretches across you or before you. Explore the beautiful, rugged world of Rime, armed with your wits and the will to overcome. Oh man.
It's a beautiful game, yeah.
Yeah. It's got a fox. Yeah. I'm super excited about that, actually.
How excited are you for Tidal Blades? Scale of 1 to 10.
I kind of watched them play it on the Dice Tower and super excited. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll be good or not, but, this next game is called Zoicide. It just sounds interesting. It's totally not up. Zoicide is a casual team-based multiplayer game featuring animals fighting against humans with a playfully dangerous environment. The zoo.
That gorilla just exploded into meat chunks.
All right. Well, we got 2 more games. Hit it big. There's a problem loading your key. Revealing your key. Contact support.
Oh.
You don't get that many games. I'm going to reload the page and go down. Oh, here we go. At the top. Wooden Floor 2 Resurrection. What the
sounds
actual?
Like a winner.
This sounds
wooden floor.
This sounds like $1.99. The sequel to Wooden Floor. Reveal the truth. Hiding in the dark. Haunted mansion of Black Dust Field. That was terrible reading. A mysterious and horrific adventure game. Looks stupid.
It looks bad.
Airport Madness World Edition. Let's see what this is. This is a $10 game, and it kind of looks like a...
Are you a TSA
flight,
agent?
Yeah. Insanely addictive, easy to learn, impossible to master. Airport Madness is an airport strategy game. This is totally not up my alley. It's amazing. It actually looks kind of cool, though. From, if you like airport SimCity looking games. Well, anyway, that's it. Rime is fantastic. I'm totally fine with this, that I got that game.
Just that one.
Everything else can whatever. And maybe I'll come back and tell you about, what was the one? Cat lateral damage and the other one with the baby.
Yeah. Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Yeah.
You have to run around and just baby-proof your house before the baby kills itself.
That's ridiculous.
Learning.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was interesting. Eric, you should do it. Probably not right now, but because we, in essence of time, I bought this right before we start recording so that I could just click the buttons. Anyway, let's talk about what we did in the interim of podcast, and then we'll go on to some news and games and all the normal stuff. So, Matt, what you been up to?
I purchased Borderlands Remastered Game of the Year Edition. I'm enjoying it. I have to read
about picking that up.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of them, so
we're
is that the
supposed
one
to
that
play
comes
2.
with 1, 2, and
Well, the third one, they get the pre-sequel. It's
yeah.
the third game they brought out for it. It's okay. It's weird I have to read stuff instead of just hearing voice acting. But you know,
yeah, it doesn't really. It has some voice acting.
It
but
has
yeah.
some voice acting, but it's not like Borderlands 2 where everything is just said to you.
There's also basically no story. It's like there's story for the side quests, but the main game's kind of like, we're going to look for the vault.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So I'm having fun. I'm playing Lilith because I heard she was one of the faster characters to play with. So
Oh, yeah, I played Mordecai.
yeah.
Yeah.
You were the hunter.
so you're restarting over and doing the first one?
I've never played it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You just started off on 2, right?
Yeah, 2 was the first one I played. So I never got a chance to play the first one. They had it on the PlayStation Now, but it was like very like bad.
Oh,
It was bad graphics and
Graphics-wise.
kind of gameplay was bad. So they
Right.
updated everything and re-released it
Right.
on PlayStation 4.
so does it kind of hold up to games that are out now, or is it still dated looking but not as bad?
No, well, they remastered everything, so it looks more like it. You know, it probably looks like Borderlands 2 now,
Okay,
and
cool.
and the Borderland pre-sequel and stuff. So they got it. It looks better. It's more polished and everything.
Nice.
I started reading H.P. Lovecraft.
If you spend $7, Eric, you have a 1 in 1,000 chance. No, I was kidding. I don't even know if it's part of it, but
I tried to read some H.P. Lovecraft. I got through like
It's kind of hard.
yeah. I feel like I was like I bought like a bundle and it has like all his books. or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I've got.
Okay, so I tried to read through some of the stories, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, the Old English." And
are you
was-
specifically wanting to read H.P. Lovecraft, or do you want to read Cthulhu style stuff?
I was just interested in it. Partly just for the monsters and stuff that are
Yeah.
in the Cthulhu mythos and all that, but he does stuff outside of that.
Yeah.
that's kind of neat.
The reason I said that is because Fantasy Flight Games actually has a whole series of Call of Cthulhu books. And
Gotcha.
they're pretty decent.
Okay, I'm assuming they kind of like rewrote everything to a little bit
Well,
more.
they just took the world he created and then
right,
made it.
and did their
Oh,
own
got
thing.
you.
Had their own stories.
If you like Cthulhu, they're good books. But if
got you.
Yeah, he's public domain now, so they just
Right.
used his.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's what's kind of weird. Like, because I've read a few of the stories, they introduce a few of the monsters, and it's like you didn't describe at all what it looked like. It's like it was
you're
just a
supposed
big.
to use your imagination.
Yeah, it's just a big being. So I don't know about all that, but we'll see how it goes later on.
Yeah.
I went and saw Hellboy. The
I
new
did
Hellboy.
too.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
Eric
about that.
abandoned us.
No, I still got on and played that night.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Yeah.
I
What'd you
thought it
think?
was okay. I think I enjoy the first two better.
That's what I would say too. What do you think about the new Hellboy actor?
I didn't think he did bad, but the whole vibe of Hellboy wasn't really there.
Yeah.
Because the thing I liked about the first two was it felt more of like a investigative team.
Mm-hmm.
And you totally do not get that feel in this. It's just
No.
kind of like an action.
Does he
Right.
still at least act like a child? Because that's like one of the things is he's supposed to be kind of
Somewhat,
like
he's still
childish,
daddy's
like-
boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like I just want to watch TV.
a little bit, but not quite that far.
Oh.
But
They made him uglier.
yeah, it's
He's
got
busted looking now.
it's got a few kind of comical parts, but I felt like the other two were a little bit more fun to watch.
Yeah. What do you think about Lobster Man?
Lobster Man.
He had the hand thing. You don't remember Lobster Man? Yeah, it was forgettable.
guy in the show.
Lobster Man.
Yeah, it was a good guy.
It was a good guy?
Right. He had that lobster, I guess, imprint on his hand, and he could like burn people with it.
Oh, that guy. That was from like when they found him or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, he looked like a generic superhero.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's worth checking out. I don't think you necessarily have to go to the movies and see it, but
Yeah, I agree.
it's, they left it open for more though, so we'll see where it goes.
Definitely.
We also quickly we saw Dumbo.
Ooh,
That's a live action, right?
Yeah, I did not grow up liking Dumbo.
I did not either.
This movie, it was okay. I mean, whatever. It's a flying elephant. And then I'm sure everyone else will talk about it, so I'll kind of wait until everyone else reaches the Game of Thrones. So that's me.
All right. Yeah. Well, you can do it now.
George, do you watch it?
Did you watch the?
I watched
two?
a Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not, but I've
three or
only seen
four.
the first series or season, so
You're a little behind.
yeah.
Cool.
Next
the one
episode
thing.
will be the longest battle scene ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's supposed to be like, the battle scene.
I'm sure
It'll be the battle
Yeah.
scene.
Isn't it only episode like 4?
Three.
3? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
3.
none of the characters will die. I'm sure.
No.
they're all fine.
Really?
They're gonna be fine.
I say there's at least a few that die.
Did you know that you could bet on this stuff?
Oh, I'm sure.
I was listening to a sports show on the way to work, and I found out that Vegas has legitimate betting odds for what was the 3 that they talked about? Who will die first? Jamie
will die
Lannister
first?
is the favorite at the moment.
No, it won't be Jamie.
You wouldn't
Arya Stark's kill count. The over under. Under is 3.5. Doesn't that sound like you should bet your house on that?
3.5.
She is going to kill way more than 3 White Walkers. That's ridiculous.
I think
She just got that new weapon.
That's exactly. They didn't make a big deal about that weapon unless she's going to put it to
go
good
maul.
use.
Right.
I think they mean characters that she's going to kill.
No,
What?
White Walkers. It was specifically White Walkers.
Really?
Yes. And
Is there magic in this show at all?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is there magic?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, like the
The
fire
Fire
lady.
Queen,
and-
yeah.
okay. There's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Pretty
White
much-
Walkers themselves.
the White Walkers, pretty much everything with Bran.
There's
It's
dragons.
all magic, dragons. Yeah,
Well, I knew there was
magic.
dragons. I mean, I knew it was high fantasy, but I didn't know
It's
if it
not
actually
like
had...
you don't have like Merlin walking around,
Right,
Like,
yeah.
throwing
Casting
fireballs
fireballs,
at
yeah.
everybody.
It's not like Dungeons and Dragons,
No,
but it's
no.
more like there's some realistic magic. Or
Yeah.
like magic is a big deal if you have it kind of deal.
kind of.
Yes.
I guess
Yes.
there's a few characters that
They don't
use it.
use it a lot.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Right.
it's used at times. And I can't remember what any of the other prop bets are, but I mean, there's all kinds of them. So,
That's interesting.
just on who's going to die, period.
Although there are quite a few people that already know these things, so you can make a lot of money, I guess.
Well, and that's what they kind of, because you figure probably those people are betting. So if you see heavy money on things,
Right.
it kind of tips you to think that those
Who
people
already
are,
knows? Like the people
The
filming
people,
it
yeah,
and
the people
stuff
who
like that?
filmed it. Yeah,
You don't think they have like an NDA or
Well, I'm
some
sure
sort
they
of...
it doesn't
do.
say they can't bet on it.
Right.
Well,
But
you don't know that. It might.
You then tell your mom.
You get your buddy to bet on it for
Yeah,
you,
you
right?
know.
No,
Exactly.
but that's fair.
Mom, get your friend.
Because
to bet
this
on
actually happened during the Super Bowl. There was a prop bet if SpongeBob was going to show up in the halftime show.
SpongeBob?
I heard
Yes.
about that.
Did he show up?
No.
Well,
what?
they ended up the money got so tilted. They were like, they're doing
Already
something
know.
weird. The people there know something. It got out, and he did show up there during one of the commercials.
Oh.
It wasn't during halftime, I don't think, but
Yeah.
so they ended up like taking that bet completely off the board because it was getting too lopsided.
That's a sucker bet. Yeah.
yeah. So
Interesting.
He's not even real.
so that's me.
Cool. Eric, you go next.
All right. Game of Thrones. Okay, we already did that. Hellboy did that. Okay.
Eric's done.
Yeah. Now watch something else. This Jupiter Ascending. Anybody watch that?
I've seen that. That's the one that the
Oh.
Matrix people did.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's an older movie, ain't it?
It's
about
like
4 years
20,
old.
yeah, 15, something like that.
Okay, that's
Right.
what I thought. All right.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, don't bother.
I thought it was okay. I was
less than
entertained,
okay.
but I don't.
That
need to
was the
see it
one that's
again.
like super sci-fi with the spaceships and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
that did not interest
intergalactic,
me at all.
Let me make sure I've got the right movie here. This is spoiler alerts.
Kunez.
Yes,
Kunez
Kunez.
and-
Yeah. No, I got the right movie. Never mind.
Yeah. So,
Because you have zero idea what's going on, and then the end you're like, really? Like, that's what's going on. Maybe.
I had an idea the whole time.
Well, maybe
maybe
I
you
wasn't
forgot.
paying attention. I could have forgot too because I watched it at work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good time to watch it at work while you're doing something else. Story don't matter.
Was this your old job?
Yeah, my old
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Night shift. It was great.
Yeah.
I was paid to be available,
No.
and I got many War Machine models painted. So
That's when I knew I could talk to Tim.
yeah, Matt would call. If it's past 7 p.m., you at work? Yeah. All right, sweet.
You got some time.
It was pretty funny.
No, that's it.
That's it. All right, let me. I'm gonna go, and then we'll do George.
All right.
That way, because I'll be talking a lot on the next 2 things. I beat Mario Odyssey, and it just made the game twice as long. So that was great.
As far as like full complete?
No, I beat the game and had like 289 moons or whatever, and then it puts these big blocks on every stage. Then when you go break them, it puts like 30 more moons on each stage.
Okay,
So-
I thought you beat it
wow.
last episode.
did I say that last
I
episode?
thought you did.
All right, let's move that off. I've been playing Diablo 3. I've been playing Diablo 3. I have
Yeah,
played.
that's why I asked you if you did the full, because I knew you had to get the moons or whatever. So,
Right.
All right, continue.
Nope, I messed that up. Yeah, so I beat it last time, I guess. I completely forgot I talked about it. But it has been like a week since I played it. I did play it quite a bit after I beat it and got a bunch of other stuff or whatever. And then I wanted to move on to something else. So I started playing Diablo 3 randomly because I have the Diablo 3 bundle Switch. And a lot of stuff has changed. Wow. With the expansions and stuff. Because I didn't have the expansion prior to getting the Switch. Or I did, but I never played it.
Now, did you have to start a new account or?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
It's not linked with
it's not linked with the
Battle.net.
Right.
That's sad.
But I was okay with that because I wanted to play through a Crusader.
Oh, okay.
So I was totally fine with that. I didn't want to play through the same character, and I had all intention of playing the Crusader. So it kind of works out because if I was going to play it on the computer, I would play my Demon Hunter. And then if I'm playing on the Switch, I'll just play the Crusader by myself.
Cool.
And then I helped somebody move. Rachel's brother, who's getting married this coming weekend. So that was exhausting. George got Monster Hunter, so we've been playing that a little bit.
Yeah, forgot about that.
And that's pretty much me, other than just random stuff. Oh, you know what? I've been assembling my Kingdom Death Monster stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So,
Easy or hard?
well, it depends on what you mean by that.
Oh,
If you're a modeler, it's super easy.
okay.
Pretty much, if you hand me resin pieces and you say, "Can you put these together?" I'm like, okay. If you hand me a lot of pewter that's really thin and like, for instance, there's a lot of crazy detail that they put into this. So one character, you can literally put 8 or 9 different faces, 8 or 9 different hairstyles.
So you can kind of customize
15,
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 or so different weapons, and they can carry it in different poses. When I get done putting all these miniatures together, I'm going to have just as much stuff that I did not use.
Does that feel strange? Like you're making decisions as you do it as to what you don't get to use. So,
Well, you don't put them all together at first. So the idea is you build them as you play. And so I built these starting survivors. And then when I start playing it, if I get like a lot of leather armor, you would build the leather armor character for it or something. The idea is you kind of like make your character as it goes along. But your character can die. Your character can retire. You can bring
Lose an
different
arm.
people. Yeah. So I think
Just
for the
snap
most
it off.
part, I'm going to
lose a face.
I'm going to play it a little bit and see what type of weapons that are enjoyed by, whoever. And then like, say for instance, we have a guy with a bow and we have a great sword type of deal and a sword. And those are like the weapons we kind of go to or gravitate towards. I'll probably model them more like that. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, just the starting characters, and I'm working on all the bosses and stuff. Cool. And, but to answer your question, they aren't really that difficult to put together, but they are tiny pieces, meaning that you have a character that might have his arm, but his hand at the wrist is not there, and it's connected to it like he's holding like a dagger kind of deal. So you have to glue that onto his wrist. It's a really hard thing to do if you're not used to doing it, but when you work with resins and plastics and you pin your models, it's super, super easy.
Cool. So you would actually pin that like arm to the
I would
wrist?
pin that piece, but for the most part, you don't really need to pin a lot of resin or small resin, like human figures that are like 32 millimeter, because it's usually way strong enough to hold them together,
Okay.
especially if there's a lot of contact. But the wrist to the arm is not a lot of contact. So I
Right.
would pin that together anyway, because that could actually break off. Whereas if you had like a character, you're gluing like the top half of the body onto the bottom half, or typically in this game, what they do is they cut them like in a
Sideways almost.
yeah, almost like a
Right.
profile plane. So it's like the front half of their body and the back half of their body, like their back and their, lower half and stuff. So like you kind of put those together and it makes a 3D model because the injection mold is like really flat plane. So when you put them together, it makes a 3D model. That's a lot of contact, and super glue is usually fine. You don't need to. Now, if it was pewter, I'd pin everything. I'm like
just because
a pinning
the heft of
maniac.
it.
Yeah, like you could probably pick up any of my War Machine models and chuck it across the room.
Let's try.
No. And then, typically, the only thing that's going to happen is like swords will bend. You know what I mean? Like you can't fix that. But I mean, even some of the characters, I've taken like spears and drilled out the entire spear and replaced it with a rod. So and then put the tip back on it. So you don't know that it's actually a rod, but it's like, wow, that's a really sturdy spear. Yeah. Anyway, it's good stuff. From a modeler's perspective, I like it. It has a lot of detail, and I like the fact that it has a lot of customization because that's neat. It's just interesting as a choice for this kind of game because there's permadeath. But at the same time, if your character dies, from what I understand, you get to keep a lot of their gear anyway. So you can just put it on another character and they look the same. But, you know, I mean, if your character's wielding a greatsword and you decide to change to like a whip or something, then it would be kind of awkward to look. I mean, unless you don't care that much.
What's the options about changing it out?
Well,
I guess after you pin it, not very many.
Well, if you super glue it, you're done. I mean, you could break it apart, but at that point, you're probably wanting to paint them. So, you know, I don't think there's any changing, but there's enough characters in the game to have like, I think it's like there's 2 male and 2 female for pretty much every set of armor. So there's like 24 or 30, I think there's 28 survivor models that you can build. Wow. So you got quite a bit that you can play with. And most of the armor sets you can actually cross. So if you really want your character to be identical, like you say a guy retires and you want to build that character, you can build that character with everything he had on him.
Nice.
And on top of that, if you buy new monsters and put it into the game, they might have new armor sets, and you can actually buy armor sets for your characters as well. That's all like unnecessary, except for they do put some promo kind of cards in there and the armor set cards and stuff like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, there's a reason it's a hobby miniature game. It's not a board game. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, George, go ahead.
That sounds great. It sounds like Monster Hunter World, which is, as you said, that's what I've been playing.
Yes.
And if anyone needs to know about that, you can go back to episode 72, where you talked about that. And I have to agree, having played it now, it's really excellent.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Matt, you should get it on the PS4.
PS4?
Yep.
I mean, we can't play with you, but
that's a problem. I wouldn't have no one to play with.
Well, all right. So the interesting thing about Monster Hunter World, I wouldn't recommend getting the other Monster Hunters and playing it by yourself unless you had a portable, then you can meet up with somebody or something. Monster Hunter World has like, it's one of those games you don't need to speak to somebody to play it.
No, right.
And so you can join people's sessions. You could like say, I need help. And
so you don't necessarily have to like do a lot of coordination and all that.
Well, I mean, it helps, but you don't have to.
You go to a specific quest, you basically do a SOS flag, and people will come in to join and help you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or it's worth it. I mean, I'll play it by myself, and I usually don't play Monster Hunter games alone.
Yeah.
All the other ones I've played with people, other than like doing the trivial tasks. So
I've went through a lot of it kind of solo as well. And if you wanted, to farm a specific monster, you can look at all the quests and, pick one out that has that monster in it and go join them.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, you don't have to play with people, it's just obviously a funner time.
Right.
Whatever.
It is more fun.
It's more fun. That's what I was looking for.
Definitely enjoying it. The graphics are amazing. Like the way that the monsters move around and everything. And there's other animals too, just running around in the environment. It's really pretty game and satisfying, the gameplay. So you guys have really talked about everything I was going to talk about. Game of Thrones, Monster Hunter. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, well, that's fair. That's a pretty short introduction then. Let's move on to some news items. Star Wars Episode 9 teaser trailer. Eric, did you watch this?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Well, what do y'all think? George, you watched it before we got?
I just watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it because
That's fair.
we were talking at the same time, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't really understand the very beginning when she's jumping over a TIE fighter. Like,
it
what
looks
is happening in that
I kind of had trouble with that too, but
I don't know why the scene began the way it did, although I think that he's going to try to run her over and she's going to backflip and then like cut the windshield.
Well, no, I understand that's probably what's going to happen, but why would you try to run someone over if you're in a TIE fighter. That's
Maybe the guns don't work.
okay.
No, maybe they were sabotaged or something.
Maybe she already cut them off.
Yeah.
She's toying with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it does look good though. I'm excited about it.
There could be a reason because, I mean, it sounds like maybe that it's malfunction and it can't get off the ground. That's why he's just like, whatever, because maybe it, I don't know, fell out of something. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? We'll find out, obviously. Mm-hmm. But everybody's talking online about the Emperor Palpatine laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do you think's going to happen? Just quickly. I mean,
I have no idea what's going to happen.
What do you hope happens?
What do I hope happens?
What's
it's
the new hope?
Better than the one before.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Are we sure that it's Palpatine? It's not that guy who was...
Oh, it's for sure Palpatine.
Who's the guy that was blown up in the chair? Snoke.
No, yeah.
I can't handle these names.
No, it was Palpatine.
That was the hugest mistake of their entire Star Wars career for Disney, is to eliminate Snoke like they did. It was the dumbest thing.
You think he should have been around for a while, kind of thing?
Yeah, because the whole premise of him there was
a ton of buildup towards it, and he just got wiped out. Yeah,
yeah, he got wiped out by something he should have clearly knew was happening. You don't just happen to use the Force, very close vicinity, to turn a lightsaber around and light it up. That's like Darth Maul style of lameness, dude. Seriously.
Right.
So anyway, we talked about this in the episode that we reviewed it, but I actually kind of hope. So in that episode, and you'll remember when we talked about it, Eric, were you on that episode?
I believe yes.
No, he finally watched it, so we could talk about it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's like, so.
Yeah, it was a while, but I watched it.
When we talked about it, the one thing I said was, I think that Kylo Ren and Rey should have actually joined up during that fight. Mm-hmm. That would have been amazing. Like M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope they do it this time. Just make Kylo fix his helmet, which doesn't make any sense why he would turn good then if he fixes his helmet.
Yeah.
But anyway, turn him good. Mm-hmm. Have he become the next Skywalker, because he is kind of a Skywalker in general.
That's right.
And then, Palpatine's the new boss and he fights it. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen like that, but I think it would be interesting. Or maybe he's kind of like more of like middle of the road because Palpatine kicks him out.
So you don't think Rey is a Skywalker?
No.
Okay.
Right. I was thinking that too. Like she's the new Skywalker.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
so.
What it kind of made it look like, but
although I think that they're probably going to do something lame, like in the trailer it says something like 1,000 generations and blah blah blah. Maybe that Luke absorbed himself into her and then she knows everything he knows and now she's the Skywalker because she has like the spirit of the Skywalker lineage in her. Please don't do that. That's like a Rian Johnson move. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll be enjoyable. I think it's going to have as much disappointment in story sense of the Star Wars universe as it will with all the cool stuff that they introduce. And hopefully, what is it? Benicio del Toro. What's his name?
The guy that plays.
Please come back.
Yeah.
He was like my favorite character. He was just straight awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So one thing in that trailer, there's a scene where Kylo takes his crossguard lightsaber, the crossguard part of it.
Yes.
And knocks somebody down with that. Like, wouldn't it just cut right through them? Isn't it light? The lightsaber in his hand and his arm is what's lifting them up, and the lightsaber is cutting into them. Okay, so they are being cut by the crossguard.
He's probably getting stabbed by the crossguard into him, but the force of him just lifting him off the ground is because he's holding the lightsaber and pushing with his fist.
Yeah, because he cut Rey with that in the one fight scene, didn't he? Or
he barely touched her with it.
Yeah, he barely touched her with it. Yeah,
it
kind of cut her a little bit.
Yeah. So it's cutting the guy, but it's only like 3 or 4 inches long. So it probably went into his body and the whole arm, and the force of him running and just gut punching this guy.
Yeah. Okay. I
think that's what's actually, because I watched it a couple of times and it seems like that's what's happening. But anyway, anything else on that?
I was just going to bring up The Mandalorian. We talked about it quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's a new series that will be on, it will be on Disney Plus. Which is pretty much going to be the Disney version of Netflix in the future.
Oh.
But it looks pretty neat. I think the coolest thing is I think they're trying to use all puppets. Like it's not a lot of CGI.
puppets.
No, like the original
Star Wars.
Puppets not puppets like the Muppets. It's not the Muppets running around. He's saying like it's not CGI, it's all costumes.
Yes.
Okay.
They might be aliens, but they're costumes.
It looks like a more polished version of the original Star Wars.
Yes.
It's not Thunderbirds.
So not the Muppet.
Not the Muppets. I said puppets.
This is going to straight be awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. The guy playing whichever Mandalorian it is, I can't remember his real name, but he played Oberyn Tyrell in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
He met an unfortunate death from the mountain. Yes.
Yeah, he was a good
Spoiler.
Spoiler. If you have not seen that part by now, I don't know what to tell you. It's 4 years ago.
That's fair. That's fair.
And it's awesome.
Just that. I think they just teaser trailered that at some kind of like convention. So it's not, I don't even know if there's a real trailer for it at the moment.
Gotcha. Other than that, we have the Origins math trade started.
I see that. They're using Abercorn, which is a newer platform.
Is that not what? That's not what they used in the past, is it?
Did they use Abercorn last year?
No, I don't believe so. So that's a little disappointing, but
well, the good news is everyone's going to be using it.
Right. It's not going to be two different ones, which they've never done two different ones.
They did it
at Origins.
Gen Con.
At Gen Con.
I think it's a terrible idea. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, although it did kind of work out because you got to do two different math trades.
That was pretty cool.
Right. But I like the old system for whatever reason better than Abercorn, even though the graphics on Abercorn are a lot better.
I mean, it's an easier interface to get used to, but I feel like everyone likes the other one better for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably just people are used to it.
Yeah. Because it's the premier math trade app that everyone's been using for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You going to jump in on math trading?
Only if you're going to carry my stuff to the con and back, because I can't go.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Eric and I, it took us an hour to get to the car last time because of how much stuff we had.
Oh, man. I would love to do it.
Stuff.
I would absolutely love to do it, so it's a shame.
That's fair. I don't know. Maybe we can, if you got a couple of things, I don't know if we want to do like a ton of things, but
I'll pay you by the pound.
Right. Matt, there's the God of War card game that Simon has announced, and I don't know if you watched anything about it.
No, I've not. I didn't know anything about it, so until you put it on the notes.
There's not a whole lot of info, but they did show a video, like an announcement trailer, and it did have something really cool about it. And the really cool thing about it is that the enemies that you fight are actually, I'm trying to adjust this mic because it won't fit. All right. The cool thing about it is I guess it's cooperative. It might not be, but the idea is you're fighting against a boss, and the boss is made up of a mosaic of cards. So you actually put cards out and it makes a huge image of a monster. But as you damage or do stuff, different things with its different parts of its body, you flip the card over and it's like, it'll either like, it's like, for instance, in the video, the dragon's like when you flip the card over from its mouth, it breathes fire at you. So it's like, does different things based on the side of the card. I would assume that things could probably get severed and you flip the card over, maybe now it's gone,
right.
Or you flip it over and now it's damaged and stuff like that. So it looks like a pretty cool idea for a card game. And that idea of having this massive graphic in front of you that you can manipulate different parts of it is a cool concept for card games.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So at first I was like, man, that's cool. There's God of War card game, whatever. And then I saw the video and I'm like, okay, we'll add that to the news. I'm sure everyone's going to be talking about it anyway, but who cares?
Yeah.
Is it Eric Lang again?
I don't know, actually. But more than likely he had some sort of
right?
hand in it. Yeah. So before we go on to the games we're going to talk about, we have our Humble Bundle plug that we're going to throw out there. We are a partner with Humble Bundle. If you go to MeepleCore.com, click on our Humble Bundle partner link in orange, it will take you to Humble Bundle, and anything you buy on there will give us a cut in the stuff that you buy. It does not cost you anything else. You can get tons of games, support charity, and there's actually a slider at the bottom that you can reveal to choose who you want the money to go to, either the MeepleCore Podcast or to the charity or the developer or Humble Bundle, etc. And just to mention one of the bundles that still has about a week left, I believe, is the Asmodee digital bundle that comes with this crazy amount of games for $12. There's 3 different tiers, but the $12 tier will get you everything. It's Ticket to Ride, First Journey, Gloom, Love Letter, Twilight Struggle, Pandemic, Carcassonne with the Inns and Cathedrals pack, Ascension, Mysterium with the Hidden Signs and Secrets and Lies packs, Pathfinder Adventure card game, and Scythe. You can get the Scythe app for $12, which is kind of great for everyone who enjoys Scythe and wants the digital version and don't want to play it like on tabletop. These are fully developed digital games. And yeah, so check it out. If you want to support the show, go to MeepleCore.com, click on Humble Bundle, partner link in the middle, and then buy stuff. So the games we're going to talk about on this episode are Not Alone, Sagrada, and Dreamscape. The first game we got for you is Not Alone.
Designed by Ghislain Masson. Artist is Sebastian Cavio, and it's published by, what is it? It's Geek Attitude Games.
Yep. Eric's going to lay down the rules for us a little bit here.
Yeah. So it's a 2 to 7 player game. It's a asymmetrical one versus all. One player is going to play the creature. All the other players are going to play as the hunted. Their players are they're humans that crash land on this planet. They're going to try to survive to get rescued. The creature is kind of going to hunt them and try to assimilate them into the planet. There is a board that you put out into the center, and it's a timeline where the hunted are on the left side, the creature is on the right side, and you are trying to get to a center point. The first person to or group that gets to that point will win the game. There is 10 areas or places that are put out. There are cards 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10 beneath those. All the players are going to get cards 1 through 5 corresponding to those different places. They won't start out with 6 through 10. They also start out with 3 will counters and 1 survival card. And those are cards that, bend the rules or help them in a certain way. The hunted player gets these tokens that they're going to put out to try to capture them. And also they get 3 hunt cards, and they can play one of those cards at every phase, or not every phase, every round. So there's 4 phases in the game. During the first phase, all the hunted are going to play a card face down. During this phase, they can give up a will to get cards back. 1 will give you 2 cards back. 2 will give you 4 cards back, or you could give up. That will allow the creature to get closer to their objective, but you regain all your cards back. The second phase is the hunting phase, where the creature is going to determine where the hunted are going to go. They're going to put the token of a creature on one of the spaces, and then you go to the reckoning phase, where everybody turns over their cards. If you made it and you weren't caught, you get to do the power of the place, or you get to pick up a discarded card or a discarded place card that you were there previous. And then phase 4 is just discarding your place card, getting back your creature tokens, and then going up on the rescue track. And like I said, whoever makes it to a specific spot on that timeline wins the game.
Cool. That's a pretty decent explanation of it. Good job, Eric. I like it. Eric uses all like actual terms, and I just make stuff up for every game, and I don't do it service. So that's probably pretty good. Because I'm like, you go to this third phase. Eric's like, the reckoning phase. So, yeah, anyway, you got this from George, right? Didn't you sell this at one point when
I did.
You first
picked it up? The reason I picked it up mostly is because we've grown in group size, so it plays up to 7.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm. What do you think about this? Even though we're asking the guy who sold it.
Right.
I didn't like it well enough to keep it.
That's fair.
I think that it gets samey, and it was a bit too simple for my taste ultimately. Mm-hmm. But having said that, I think that it, as a filler game, it also runs a little long because... Okay.
Oh, you think it runs long?
Well, no, it doesn't run long for what it... Well, okay. For what it is, it runs long for me because to me it feels like a micro game.
Like there's not a lot going on. You just do it over and over and over.
It doesn't feel like a filler.
It's
it feels like
Jorvik.
A micro game that runs long to me.
Gotcha.
It's kind of a weird thing. But okay, at the same time, it's easy to teach. It does a large group and there's nothing objectionable about it. I just didn't want to keep it.
I could kind of feel you there. I would say that just because the place cards never change, they're always the same. I would say replayability factor at least would be limited because you're basically starting over and playing the same game. You might get some survivability cards or hunt cards come in a different order.
Right, but there's not that many of them. We went through the decks as we played it, so you'll see everything in one play.
Yep.
Matt is pretty much going to say exactly what I think, so go ahead.
Say it, Matt.
I did not have fun. I mean, is that what you wanted to hear?
Well, okay, maybe it's a little bit different, but
you all pretty much said it. It got a little bit better the more time we spent dealing.
Well, say at first, you only have 5 places to go,
right?
And if that, there's 6 other hunted players, there's a good chance, it feels like, that the creature is going to find somebody.
Yeah.
Although,
at least on the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
Until people start getting more of those location cards.
Although I would say that there was quite a few rounds I played as a creature. I did not catch anybody.
You didn't catch me at all. I'm a boss. Bam. Not a single time.
Nice.
Yeah. All I did was piggyback off of everyone else's moves, though. Because the communication of the game is literally nothing.
Well,
yes.
I would say
it is completely lackluster.
That's a problem.
There is specific times where communication would be key.
I mean, that's
to say like,
you're probably talking about that one incident.
Well, a lot of times, say you're at the end game and you only need one more spot. Well, you can say, hey, some of us should go here and some of us should go here. Or say that, I only have one card left. So I'm going to, spot number 2. So he's probably going to catch me at spot number 2 because that's, a guaranteed versus going somewhere else that you might catch somebody or not.
Yeah.
So that could let other players know that, hey, he's going to get me at 2. So don't be afraid to do what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have certain moments where you could sort of try to double bluff by presenting what you might do just to try to make the other person
But I will say
overthink
it is limited.
It's very limited. And
It's very limited.
There's a lot of game of it should be a social deduction kind of bluffing game where you would imagine those kinds of games have a lot of communication, but this one does not.
No.
Exactly. You want to talk about it, but all you can do is like game the system.
Right. And in this game, you can communicate, but you do have to openly communicate on whatever you say.
Yeah.
And you can't show your cards to anybody else.
Right. So I don't know. I kind of, what Matt said to me was the best. Like we started playing. I was like, really, really, this is a game. And then maybe like 4 or 5 rounds in when people started getting new locations and they had different amounts or different locations that they've already played so that you actually had, because Eric played the creature, you actually had choices be like, well, I don't really want to pick 7, even though I know like 2 people have the 7 card because one person's already played it.
Right.
It's more beneficial for me to go on like 4 or 5 or something where everyone has that card available. So it's more than likely a better or an option. But if you pay attention to that, you can be like, well, that's probably what he's going to do. And then bluff the bluff and go to 7 anyway. But but again, it's like Werewolf where people talk and you double bluff and bluff the bluff and no one really has any idea. You just make a decision and it happens.
Definitely guessing.
Yes.
I would say that, it's not a total guess because the places that people have been in the past. So those cards are splayed out in front of them.
Yeah.
So that, okay, he has his 3 out, he has his 3 out, and she has her 3 out. 3 is probably not going to be a place that I'm going to go visit because, only one person has a 3 left.
And the other players could kind of play off that sometimes also.
Right.
Because they could think, well, Eric's not going to mess with that because he's got a 1 in 5 chance that someone might go there.
Right.
Yeah. Just based on players.
But ultimately, that double bluff idea isn't enough to carry a length.
Yeah, it's probably, say 45 minutes.
See, I thought it was about an hour. I thought we
45
played,
minutes to an hour.
I thought we played a little longer
I'll
than
say.
what it felt like it should have.
Yeah. So it was okay. I didn't think it was amazing. If it had more replayability, and actually it might be kind of interesting to play it with like 3 or 4 people, like a very small group. Have you played it with small?
I have. And what happens is when you play with a lot of people, a larger group, then the monster has
an easier chance of hitting.
An easier chance. And if you play with fewer people, then the players have a much easier chance
to start dodging them. It's harder early game because it's I don't know. I guess it'd be just as much early game, but late game it'd probably be easier to not get caught.
It seems like 4 to 5 players is the sweet spot.
How many do we have? Do we have 5?
I believe we had 5 or 6.
Oh, 6. We did it wrong. No, I was kidding. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to try with less, but yeah, I get it. It would be harder because realistically, it did balance kinda because when we played it, we came down to like needing
pretty
one
close.
thing.
Yeah. Right.
But the overall experience was kind of, it was fine. It wasn't terrible.
It was worth a play.
And it's always good that that you have games that support a large amount of people. It would have been nice if the social element was more. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if any expansions or anything expand on that, but
I'm not sure.
I think there is one card that replaces the 10 space artifact. Because in the base game,
but all it said was, I don't think it said anything different. Like it's not gonna.
Oh, it was different.
No, it's different, but is it gonna promote communication and stuff like that?
No, it's not gonna change.
Card.
Yeah,
it's just one location different.
Right.
Yeah,
it makes that location, I think, a little bit better than it is in the base game.
That's fair, but even if you get an expansion that gives you a second option for all 10 locations, it still has the issue with the communication where it's meh.
Sure.
It'd be cooler if there was a way or a reason to do all this communication or, whatever. Or maybe if you put your actions down in secret and then everybody else has to kind of deduce what you might do. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the interesting thing about the hidden movement games is even though it's one versus the other team, you're kind of like, all right, well, in Spectre Ops, Eric's good at deducing like, yeah, I don't think he went over there because then he has to go here in this path. And, so you can kind of deduce what that person might do. This is kind of reverse where you're guessing at what the players are going to do. But I don't know. It's just meh. I guess I was talking in a circle just now, but
it has lovely art, but I don't think the theme comes through really in the gameplay. I mean, I like that there is the theme that you're on an alien world and it's like a predator situation, getting hunted down.
That all was really neat too.
That's cool. But in terms of the game, like how it plays, I don't know. It's just,
I don't feel like I'm going to the moonwalk or whatever it was and moving this and
right.
I'm just going to this card.
Yeah. Which happens to be very pretty.
Yeah. Very pretty card. Yeah, you're right.
Well, cool. Any final thoughts then on Not Alone?
To be fair, I sold it for pretty cheap.
Matt?
I don't care to play it again. Trade it.
Eric?
Yeah, it was okay. It was worth trying out, but try before you buy.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll probably, if we had the time to play it with a smaller group of people, it'd be neat to try it out. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it being something our group really cares to play. Or if you get an expansion, maybe, depending on what the expansion did.
Right.
So anyway, that is Not Alone. Next on this episode is Sagrada.
Designed by Adrian Adamescu and Daryl Andrews. The artist is Adrian Adamescu and Daryl Andrews and Peter Walken, and published, was it Floodgate?
Floodgate, yeah.
Okay, Floodgate Games.
So everybody pretty much knows Sagrada. I don't need to dive into it much, but basically it's a dice placement game where you're trying to solve a puzzle on your stained glass window board. You get this, at the beginning, you get one of the cards that you're going to slide into your stained glass window board that's like double layered, and it's going to have a grid of different colors and numbers in blank spaces, and that's where you're going to place your dice. And it's, what is it, a 5x4 grid or something? I think maybe 6x5. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you're going to take 2 dice per player plus 1, and you're going to roll them in the center of the table, and you're going to snake draft them, meaning that player 1 will draft, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you have 1 die left over that goes on the board in the middle, and you're going to do that 10 times. That's the game. You're going to get points because you're putting these dice on your board in a specific pattern. But you have to abide by certain rules. If it has a number, it pretty much, it has to be that number. It can't be a different number. If it's a color, it has to be that color. It can't be a different color. If it's a white space.
And it can't touch,
you can't.
Yeah, the same color or the same number.
So blue can't be next to blue. 3 can't be next to 3. And then you have blank spaces, which are kind of freebies. Certain boards are easier than others. There's a difficulty 3, 4, and 5. Whichever one you pick, you actually get these glass beads, which can activate these special powers in the middle of the table, or in the middle of the game, or that you don't own. They're just in the middle. Mm-hmm. There's 3 of them each time you play the game, and those are static for the whole game. And the first person basically to go there gets to play 1 glass bead to do the special ability. Then I think everybody else past that is 2 to activate it. There is also 3 in-game conditions. Those are, get points for every set of 5s and 6s that you have, or every blue and red or whatever. You also have a personal goal that is 1 color die, and you get points for every color or every die on your board of that color for what the pip value is. So if you've got blue and you have a 5, 3, and a 2, you're going to get 9 points at the end of the game or whatever. So that's pretty much the game. You just draft. You're placing 2 dice on your board each round. You're going to play 10 rounds. Obviously, if you don't plan well or don't, get the dice that you need, you may not place any dice, and those, I believe, are negative points at the end of the game. Anything else we'll just bring up as we talk about it. And let's see, Eric, let's talk about it. Tell us what you think about Sagrada.
Sure. Well,
we're going to dive heavily into it later this episode.
Yeah.
If you're watching the YouTube video, this is in the same episode that we're placing this into the pit with Roll Player, but let's don't compare it in this video.
Right.
So only speak about Sagrada.
Well, I like how it looks. It's bright and colorful. I like the theme. I think it would is open to a lot of different players. I think it's easy to teach, but it has a rich kind of puzzle aspect to it. Not only do you have to figure out how to place all the dice on your card, you also have to keep in mind the objectives that will give you points at the end of the game, as well as maybe getting. Your personal objective is to get, a certain color of dice. So you kind of want to get those, but you can't place them next to color, the same colors on your board. So, I liked it a lot. So I think there's a lot of elements in it that keep the game semi-fresh. I wish there was a couple more tool cards that came out because on a couple
those
plays,
are the special ability cards, right?
Right, that we've played. I've seen a couple of those already. So I don't think they came out with a lot of, I think they're called tool cards anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually read the rule book to this just so I made sure, because we were taught this game, and I want to make sure I kind of didn't miss something or whatever. I mean, not that the game's that complicated, but yeah.
And so think it goes at a pretty good pace. There's low downtime. Basically, you're just drafting dice and putting them on your board. So, it goes by pretty fast.
You brought up actually, George, you go. Just kind of generally what you feel about the game.
I have to agree with Eric. I think that it's sort of a family weight game that doesn't have a lot of complexity to it. Easy to teach, easy to play, very pleasant. I love the snake draft, and I think the tension of needing certain dice, and then you have to wait as the draft comes back to you.
Yeah, sometimes you need like a blue 3.
That's exactly what you need. Yeah,
right.
And it can be really challenging. And I really enjoy the use of the tool cards, that sort of race idea where if I do it first, it costs me less.
Cheaper.
But you get less benefit too because you probably did it earlier on.
Exactly.
When you have more choices. Later in the game, it is going to be more expensive.
Important.
Right.
Yeah.
But they are going to be more important because you're more limited on the possibilities of which dice or which colors or which numbers that you need.
Yeah, that's a great dilemma. That's enjoyable. It could have been game of the year for me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Matt?
I thought the dice were little. No,
it's like great components, but like just about 20% too small.
I didn't have any problems with the dice.
I didn't have problems with it.
I thought the player boards were like gorgeous looking.
Yeah.
The game is very pretty. The color scheme and everything pops. It grabs your eye.
Agreed.
It's you feel, I guess, kind of like you're making a little stained glass or whatever. I did enjoy the game. The snake drafting's fun. I guess the only thing is I felt like sometimes there's movies that get really hyped up and then you see it.
Yeah.
You came in with high expectations.
And then you're just like, that was it. The game is good. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I guess I expected more.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I think
No,
It is a lightweight game, though.
Right, it's definitely on the lighter
I
side.
don't know how much I could have expected from a lightweight game, so
Yeah.
maybe I didn't really know how light it was.
Well, I mean, this is the dilemma with board games in general is I feel like family weight games that are light, 45 minutes, like the Spiel des Jahres winners and stuff, they're going to make the biggest impact because it's going to be, there's a wider audience for that.
Yeah, that
and they're
makes
a
sense.
very vocal audience. It's like, wow, I can play this with pretty much anybody. Like, not a lot of people are, screaming that Kingdom Death Monster is going to be. I mean, it's popular and it's huge and people talk about it, but for
it's gonna be
different
a
reasons
smaller
because
audience.
it's a $400 game and it's just elaborate and insane.
It's not for everybody.
Right.
But that shouldn't be discounted. Being able to play a game with anybody is
No, I agree. That's what, but what I'm saying is to what Matt was saying, I think that's why the hype was so out there is because it's like that, the same thing with Splendor. Even though Splendor is an amazing game, but Splendor just had so much
accessibility
that everyone was interested in. And since it's so accessible, everyone could talk about it.
true. Yeah.
Whereas not everybody's going to talk about, I don't know, Cutthroat Kingdoms. Even though that's a fantastic game. We need to play the game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it quite a bit, although I do have a couple of quips with the game. One, the private objective could be eliminated from it completely.
Well,
That
I
is
think
garbage.
that is addressed in expansion.
That's
which
true.
They add other objectives. So your objective is not always going to be get a certain color dice. I think they added other
Let's
things.
Yes,
rip
it's
those up
entirely-
and completely replace them.
It's entirely replaced and fixed in the expansion.
Thank everyone that was involved. So I guess I'm late to the game because I didn't really look at the expansion at all. Obviously,
Right.
we're talking
just talking about the base game, right?
But yeah, I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. 50 million points. That's cool.
Yes, that's just bad. But also, if you look on Board Game Geek, there are variants that people have come up with to solve that if you don't have the
really?
expansion.
Okay.
So,
That's fair.
yeah.
But at the same time, the expansion, I think, adds 5 and 6 players, which I think would be neat.
Yeah.
So the other thing is I didn't, what else do I have on here? Oh, I didn't like how each player actually started with a different difficulty. I would have preferred it
Well,
where everyone,
you chose.
I know that. I played the game. But what I'm saying is I'd rather everybody start with difficulty 3. Like, what does everybody want to play? I get that you can say that it's balanced because you get more, glass
Tokens or
beads or
whatever.
whatever.
Right. To do, the
More
tools.
actions.
Right.
But is it really like,
how balanced is that?
yes.
Right.
Is it really that much easier of a path for you to take a 4 and me take a 5? Like, are you going to have that much easier time because you have one more token? I mean, first off, when you have,
I have, in the 2 games I played, I always took the 5 to get more options.
all right, to get more
Beats.
mitigation
Right.
techniques.
I always go for the higher ones too, just so that I'm sweating more.
That's fair. I took a 5 and I would almost think that everything should be a 5. Why even have 3? Like, I think it should be like, if you want to play it, I guess, I don't know. It's interesting because it has a handicap mode essentially. So if you're playing with your grandma, she can just take a 3 and feel like
Yeah.
she had fun.
Right.
But I think
Have an
if you're,
easier time completing her objectives.
yeah, I think for gamers, I would actually probably house rule this to where everyone
Everybody
picks
take a
the
5.
same desk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to play 5 or 4? Because no one's playing 3. I mean, that's just probably pointless.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a weird, I didn't really hate it. I'm just saying it was like weird. And I didn't think that just because somebody took a 3, I don't know. I didn't know if like a 5 was that much harder than a 4 or if a 4 was that much harder than a 3.
I'm not sure either. I think we just
Right.
have to sort of trust the designer's gone through those algorithms and
Yeah.
there's a reason for it.
So what do you think about the level of luck versus mitigation?
I think there's enough, although I do say luck does come into effect because, like I said, sometimes you're going to need a blue 3.
I don't like going first.
And that blue 3 just has to come out, or you have to find a different way to get a specific die. And that also determines on which tool card is out. Some might let you move a die, but maybe that one's not out. So you have to find a different way to do that.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think I agree that the luck is able to be mitigated, but sometimes you have to really plan your battles as far as which tool card you're going to use and
Yeah.
make the most of it, because
Well, that's
luck
going to be
might
it.
just not be there
You have
for
to
you.
make the most of it.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to see I know it's easy because it's just first person pays 1, second player pays 2. It'd be neat if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you started off with way more.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Because then it would be like, whoa, because then it would, near the end of the game, those tools aren't, unless you just saved up and did really well up until then.
Right.
Could you do the same tool more than once in your version?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do it, but if I went first and put 1, you went and put 2, now I got to put 3.
Right.
But maybe you have double the amount of glass beads. Kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just an idea. That's an idea I thought about. Just saying. Not that, whoa, almost fell out of my chair. Anyway, yeah, I agree with Matt. Dice can be slightly larger, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. It's just nice because when they're rolled on the table, people are moving them around. Those tend to be easier to knock over.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it'd be kind of neat if they had a, I don't know. I guess but
giant version.
If you 3D print a little like a little grid that had insets that you could put all the dice in after they're rolled, or like a device that you can like shake it and then the dice just pop out little holes.
Well, I think
know.
the Kickstarter version or something came with a little dice tray. When we played it, we rolled into a dice tray,
Yeah,
and then we could pass that tray around.
but they're so small they get it stuck in the corners, and you're like trying to move them out of there. And
You
stuff.
gotta have to, shimmy them to the
not
middle.
that's the game's fault because it was our dice tray, but
Right.
we need round ones, Eric.
That would help.
I do like that there's a component that comes with the game where the die that isn't chosen each round gets placed on that track.
So you clearly know
What
what
dice
round it is.
are not in the game or how many have come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you clearly know what round it is. And there can be tool cards that reference that. So you can sometimes
Yes.
go back and save
Ours
yourself.
did.
I use that so much. Like, I think that's the only one I used.
That was the better of the ones we had.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, bam, well, sweet. I'll trade for that purple 3 or whatever, over and over. So apparently purple wasn't a good color in our game. But anyway, anything else you want to, a lot of this is going to be discussed more in detail. Like I said, if you're watching the video of this, it's just going to be this game, but this is a segment out of our podcast episode 73, which we are pitting Sagrada versus Roll Player because everybody in the world thinks that they're similar. And so,
See, this is a similar.
There are
so,
similarities.
yeah, they have dice and colors.
colors.
Yeah. So,
and they go on a,
They go on a little
board.
board.
yeah, they go,
Inlaid board.
they got holes in the board. It's amazing. So we're going to pit those together and see which one comes out on top. If you are watching this on Board Game Geek, then check out our YouTube channel for that thing. And it is Meeple or youtube.com/MeepleCore. So anyway, that is Sagrada. And the final game for this episode is Dreamscape.
Designed by David Osloos. Artist is David Osloos. And it's published by
David
Slyex.
Osloos. All right, so real quick, we played this game. This is a Kickstarter that just finished, within the last month or so?
No, it was several months
Okay,
ago. But it is sort of published by David Osloos because he's the one who started that company, Slyex.
There you go.
He does it all. The man of the mystery. Anyway, so this game we played on Tabletopia. There is a free version of it on there with some limited stuff, obviously. So this is, I know we talk in a review format with a lot of our games, but obviously we always try to do first impressions because sometimes we've only played the game once, which typically is usually enough to tell if you're going to really enjoy or not enjoy a game. But so Dreamscape is a game, and I'm going to butcher this story probably, but basically your dude's running out on the map trying to collect dream shards so that you can have these fantastic dreams to dream about once you go to sleep every round. There's probably more to the story. You don't probably need to know it, but the game comes with a board that's in the middle. There's 6 locations, and each location has a line of dream shards. Dream shards are essentially just colored wooden discs. Each player has a hexagon grid board in front of them that once they collect those things, they're going to put them on their grid and try to form these dream sequences, which are these cards that you get. And the cards essentially show you how this dream sequence, like you might be over top of a mountain looking over some water. And the way you do that is 2 gray circles on top of each other with 2 blue circles next to it and a tree, type of deal. So you're trying to form that exact dream from the card and also put your little dude in the same spot that it shows on that card. Once you've done so, you get points. So the way the round works, we're going to come back to the first phase because it's more like a maintenance kind of thing. The main phase, which is the second phase, is you're going to have 4 actions to move around on this main board and collect dream shards. You have action points. You have 4 action points. You can spend 1 to move to an adjacent location. You can spend 1 to pick up a dream shard. You have to pick these up right to left. So there might be, a white that you need, but it's 2 things away from the end. So you might want to try to do a special ability to rearrange those or whatever. That's pretty much the 2 actions, though there are plenty of free actions that you can do. Your dream cards have special abilities on them, 1 per card, that you can take a shard and place it on top of it. You'll get that back next round, essentially, but you won't have it for the creation phase, which will come next. But you do activate a special ability that way. That's a free action. Each of the 6 locations has a special ability built onto the location. You have this initiative marker that shows you which number you are that round, 1, 2, 3, 4 player. You can flip that upside down and that will activate the special ability on the location that you're on. And then you have a couple of more things that you can do. You can, I'm drawing a blank. What's the other free thing you can do?
You can move it around for free if you have the one that's called the key.
Yeah, there's a key, stone, basically. It's a key spot. The first spot on each track of dream shards on each location has a disc, and if it's blue and you happen to have a blue in your hand, then you can move on to that spot for free. So as you collect discs, you can move around. But during the next phase, so after everybody's done this, then we move on to the creation phase. All the dream shards that you've been collecting have went into your hand, and by that I mean on your actual player board, there's a set of hands that you sit them on. You don't have to hold them in your hands. Conveniently, a pair of hands to put them in. You're going to place all these. You do this in turn order, although you could do this simultaneously to speed up game. But basically, you're going to take your dream shards from your hands and you have to place them all. You can spend them for other things. Like, for instance, you could spend the green ones to generate a tree. There's only so many of those in the game based on the number of players. And you can also spend white ones. They go back in the bag, but it moves your little dude that's on your personal player board around because you got a guy there and you've got a guy that's your guy moving around in your dream world. And then you actually have a physical dreamer that's out on the main board in the middle. So that's how you get your little dude to move on to the spot he needs to complete the dream. As you place out these different dream shards, they have to be kind of contiguous. So they have to start on a starting space and kind of branch out from there. You can stack them on top of each other, and there's special abilities to move those around. There's special abilities on the locations and the different dream cards to draw new cards. Anytime you complete a card, you get to draw a card based on the location you're at. So if you're at location 3, you get to draw 3 cards. And just to touch on that real quick, there's 3 difficulties of cards. There's 1, 2, and 3. They get bigger and bigger and bigger stuff to make. They're worth tons of points for the level 3, but you're probably only going to complete one of those a game. But when you draw cards after you complete one, you get to look through as many cards as the location you're on and pick from that. Or the location 6 has the same ability when you flip your token that will allow you to draw 6 cards from one of those decks. After the creation phase, then you're going to move on to the first phase, which I skipped, but basically you're just going to replenish the dream shards on the spaces. You're going to reorganize the initiative markers, and then all your special abilities on your cards that you covered up, those dream shards go back into your hand, which is how you get those back. Otherwise, if you didn't spend them during the the creation phase, those go away. So you just do this. You only have 6 rounds of the game to do, and then at the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. There are there's goals that are generated kind of at the very beginning of the game. I think there's 4 of them usually.
Yes.
Yeah, and each one has it might say whoever has the most of this color shard, but you actually draw that shard out of the bag at the beginning of the game and seed it on top of that. So it might be all right, well, this game it's blues, or this one's gray, but if you have 2, you get this many. If you have 5, this many. 10 or 7, you get this many. There might be the longest road type of thing in Catan. So whoever has the longest green road or longest blue road, even though it's not really a road at that point, stuff like that. So there's in-game conditions you would work towards as well. And like I said, whoever has the most points after 6 rounds is the best dreamer. I don't know what it actually says in the book. But
Sounds right.
Matt, did you check this video out? I can't remember.
I did not watch anything on this.
Oh, okay. So Matt's going to check out some pictures. This is an interesting one because it is not published yet. I mean, obviously the Kickstarter is done, but the game has not been sent out or fulfilled through Kickstarter.
Correct.
And we're simply playing Tabletopia. There is a lot of content that is added into the game for the Kickstarter. So this is only first impressions off of the Tabletopia version.
Yeah, there's a base game we haven't played with. There's like a nightmare phase, which is advanced rules.
Right, which will, I think, add a lot to the game because then you'll get these tokens that are nightmare tokens, red color, that only block you. Although if you trade in 3 of those, you can get, I don't know, some kind of benefit from it. So,
Right.
So sometimes you want to collect them, but most of the time they're just terrible.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be an interesting podcast on this thing. I don't know. I've had time to sleep on it.
Did you? Okay.
We have
Sleep on it.
Matt's laughing at me like a crazy person. He was actually making a joke, and I got it. So we played this a couple times. We played it actually just last night to refresh for the podcast.
Yeah.
And so this might be the one that we've had the most distance in what we feel about the game. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Eric, George, we'll start with you.
I adore this game. I want to play it. I want to play it again.
He has stakes in the game. He backed it.
Yeah, skin in the game.
I did, but it's because I liked the idea. I thought I would enjoy how it plays. That's why I backed it. And that's why when I saw it on Tabletopia, I said, we have to play this.
That's fair.
And having played it, I've really enjoyed it both times we've played.
Yeah, I would say I enjoyed it even more the second time. Just understanding more of the rule sets and you know, what's your possibilities and what you're truly trying to do during your turn.
Yeah. For me, it's a very pleasant spatial puzzle to be moving around. On the main board, you can get to any of the special actions within 1, 2, or 3 moves.
Yeah.
And you might have to pay for those, or you might not. If you have the shards that are key shards, you can get there for free.
Right.
So that puzzle of figuring that out and trying to be efficient and what is the best way to do those things.
And it's basically a efficiency puzzle, trying to be the most efficient. Yeah.
It's a meaty puzzle and a very satisfying one for me as far as you use your 4 actions to collect your shards and then you build your little dreamscape and you get points for it. It's just, it's really pleasant.
So I'll say, I like the artwork quite a bit, and the theme of it works out for me. It kind of feels like, hey, you're dreaming of this, and you're having to create something. And anytime you're creating something, those are the type of games I typically like as well. And in this case, you're recreating these dreams or whatnot. And I like that the dream cards are, I believe, all unique, and they are appropriate, not really appropriate because they show you a depiction of your dream and you're kind of recreating that. Like you said, if it's you're on top of a mountain and you're looking over water, that's what you're creating in your low player board.
Yes. Yeah, the cards themselves, the art is beautiful. And so then you're creating that scene in this abstract way, but then you have the card which shows you this is what that scene would actually look like sort of in the background. It's clever.
Yeah. So, I like that, quite a bit. And then, I like that there's a lot of different ways to actually, score points, whether that's movement. You could move on top of a mountain and get 2 points. You move on the water, you get a point. You make trees. One tree, you get 1 point. Your second tree, you get 2 points, and so forth, 3 and 4 and 5. So that is a possibility to rack up points. You can obviously do your cards, which are probably going to be the on most games where you get the most points. But, that's not something that you have to only do. You do have other ways to gain points, doing the objective cards. So you have to keep a lot of those factors in mind when playing, getting the most out of all your actions.
That's fair. All right, here's what I'll say. I think that the theme is on point. It's got a really cool theme. It's got pretty much unique gameplay. I know when we first played it, I recommended Reef to George, just because what you're doing in the game is you're stacking things and trying to form like little clusters of different whatever, like dioramas, I guess. And you get points out of it. And that's kind of what you're doing with Reef, although Reef is only that. This game has a lot more going on. And I guess I will recognize, after I've had some sleep, I will recognize that this game is very deep. It has a deep level of strategy. You're not going to be able to master this. I think it has way too much thinking going on for me to enjoy it.
Oh, I like that thinking aspect of this game, and
Eric is
being
crazy
able
good at it.
Right.
to-
But what I'm saying is, if you enjoy
planning.
a massive, it's
Doing
not
a
even.
lot.
It's
No,
not
it
a
is.
lot.
It's definitely. I plan like I already know what I'm going to do next turn. Yeah,
Eric
so-
is really good at this game.
You that lies.
No,
you
no.
hope what you can do to stuff because very similar to Five Tribes, the stuff that you might plan for is no longer there possibly because
Right, and-
you almost don't even need to start thinking until it's your turn again.
Ooh.
Well, no, that's true in some aspects, but not really true. I on other people's turns will go ahead and plan my strategies and like, all right, so I need a brown, I need to go move here, so I need a white. So I need a brown, a white, and a green. So I kind of already know what I want.
Well, that's
if those
true.
aren't there, all right, I need to get another card and start working on kind of finalizing where I'm going to move these tiles after I complete this first card. So there is
It
a lot
wasn't
of
as
forethought.
bad when we played 3 players, but when we played 4, it was terrible. I do not think this is enjoyable 4 players because the amount of change that happens between the first player going and the fourth player going. Now, I will say that you could mitigate that by trying to get further up and taking the first player marker next turn.
Right.
Because you
And
can
so placement will
decently do
matter.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can, but there are so many of those free actions that are powers that can allow you to pretty much do whatever you want. So regardless of the fact that the board changes, there's so many ways to accomplish what you need to. I feel like it's not that limiting.
Yeah. So if you need a green, but you need it in a different spot, then you can do an action that maybe is on your dream card or that's on the board that allows you to take those items or those shards off your board back into your hand. And so then you can replace those onto your board in a spot that's more beneficial.
Well, that's fair. Well, let's talk about the one, I think, glaring problem with this is the analysis paralysis.
It's an issue. It could be an issue.
It
Certainly.
could be.
There's
Right.
a lot of
there
options.
is a lot of options. There's a lot of
I'll
things
give you
to
an
think
idea,
about.
Matt. I'll give you an idea. You have this stuff laid out on your board, and then it's your turn. You're like, oh, let's see how the card comes out. You flip out literally 6 cards. If you were playing for real, like tournament style, right?
Ooh, I wouldn't do that.
This would be an absolute terrible tournament game. I agree. It would be awesome because you could see some brilliant people battling it against each other for like 7.5 hours. It'd be amazing. But
No, not that.
No, you would.
I mean, I'm exaggerating, but
Yes.
but like you flip out 6 cards, you have no clue what to do. Now you're like, I got to calculate 40 million calculations in my head on that card might work, but I have to do all these things. This card may work, but I kind of have to do all these things.
I don't know.
Right.
I can
You
I
could-
can look at 6 cards and in 10 seconds know which one is going to work, and all these are definitely not.
I mean,
Well,
you can eliminate some of them.
You can
pretty
eliminate,
fast,
yeah. You can probably eliminate half of them really quick off the bat. You know, oh, my trees are on all my browns, and
Well, in that case, yeah, if you got
Right.
trees, you're limited.
right, yeah. So there is things that are going to limit you depending on when you get those cards. You know, if you have a lot of blue outs and you see cards that require you to have a lot of brown or something, then you might not go for those cards. So you can, get down to a certain number of cards that, you'll be like, I have something that could work for this one the best. And it might not be true. It might be these 2 cards are pretty similar and you're going to have to just go with one of them.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know. I think that for a lot of people, this is going to be maybe deeper than what they want. Because I feel like there's a level of enjoyment that most people get out of thinking. And when
Sure.
it becomes work, it's no longer entertaining to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I like
I'll
to
say
think,
that, yeah.
I like to think, but I feel like this one just gets to the tip where it's like,
A little bit too much.
yeah. Of course, we're also playing this game at 10 o'clock at night. So
Sure.
maybe it'll be different if it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think
But-
the vibe of the game, the theme of the game, the way that it presents itself, you can play this game without giving it that much thought, and you can just sort of go in there and
You might not be as competitive.
you might not be as
You will do
right.
terrible. Yeah.
Well, but you'll make
But you can have fun.
these little landscapes that you
Right.
I guess.
that you want to make, and you'll make them the way that you want to, and
Yeah.
you know, you could just roll with the game. I can see that.
Right.
Speaking of like make the landscapes or whatever, I mean, we had that conversation last night where I kind of feel like, I don't know, like I feel like there's not as much continuity between the different ones. Like you say I can see the next one and I can build it or whatever, but I don't really see. I would have liked it more if things kind of matched, almost like a puzzle. Like this one works really good with like these, but it's almost like you have to deconstruct stuff just to move on to the next one.
I wouldn't like that as much because then you can always go in trying to go for a specific card. There's a card in the second deck that's really close to what I already have in my first deck. In this case, they're all going to be a little different.
I'm not really
You're
saying
gonna have to,
similar though. I'm saying like it could build off of it. Like if you got a waterfall, make the next thing
a waterfall
like a
plus
beach.
something.
Yeah, you know, right? Like almost like you kind of continue a scene.
I think it does have that.
Does it?
To
Absolutely.
some extent, there's going to be things that use similar stuff, but it's not going to be like you can use half of whatever you already built.
But you still have
might
to move things
it
around.
It's the movement thing. It's using the power that lets you move tiles around.
Or pick up tiles back
That
into your
makes the
hand.
difference there for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think it has a real Ticket to Ride sort of vibe where you take. Now, hang
You're
on.
going to have to explain this
I
one.
will.
Yeah.
Just in the sense that you take these cards and
They're like little
some of them
trains.
will work together. So you have a route that works with another route, right? But if you don't finish your cards, you get a negative at the end of the game. So it's a risk reward kind of thing. Do I take that card that may work with what I have, or you know, do I leave it because it doesn't work with what I'm currently going with?
That's fair.
In that sense, it's definitely, other than that, not like Ticket to Ride.
I see what your comparison is. Like, I'm not a big fan of negative points for cards at the end of the game. I do recognize the need for it because
Right.
otherwise you could just have a bevy of special abilities out in front of you.
Exactly.
And you could probably do way too easy, you know, configurations with it. But yeah, I did not like that it has negatives. I also didn't like that you start the game with like the weakest card. We had talked about maybe starting the game with one of the cards from the third stage, I guess.
Which you
Right.
do have that option because you can shimmy over to spot number 6.
Yeah, you can just do
and-
that early on.
Right.
True.
And do that early on.
And that's
That is
actually what
which-
I did, but I don't know if that was a good or bad choice.
No, I would say it's a good choice.
It probably is because you
Because
have
it-
more turns.
Right.
To,
It takes you, you know, quite a few turns just to finish out a hard card. So you don't want to grab one of those hard cards on the 5th or 6th round because you're not going to have enough time to change your landscape to what you need.
yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about the pacing of the game, and over the course of the 6 rounds, it doesn't feel like enough time. I mean, you never feel
Right.
like you can do enough. But
I agree with that.
But over the course of the 6
I actually
rounds,
think that's a good thing, though.
well, it goes quickly enough. But the thing is, we did what, 5 cards in 6
probably
rounds?
so. Mm-hmm.
Did you do more
Some
than
of
that,
us.
Eric?
I think
Eric probably did more.
Some of us. I think I completed I think I completed 4, but only one of them was level 3. So I got like 20 points and then 4 for everything else.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to get 2 level 3s, probably not doable.
And I
No,
don't know,
probably
it's-
not.
The reason I think it's, Matt, just to kind of explain to you, the reason I think that the thinky part is too much is because here's the level of thinking that you're going to have to do, right? Because you're grabbing shards for these different locations, but you kind of want to maximize the types, the locations you get so that you're collecting shards that also contribute to the in-game goals.
Right.
But on the top of that, you also want to think about the special ability it provides and how you can utilize that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's, you know, trying to rebuild your strategy literally every player's turn unless they happen to not take anything that you're looking for. And so like,
Well,
you-
actually, I don't even do that. I don't even look at the board until it's my turn because you don't really need to. I look at my own personal board.
and kind of think about what you want or what you
Right,
need,
what I
and then
need,
you assess it at
And
the
then
time.
I assess it right. Yeah.
I
so,
sit there and look at the board and think, don't take that, don't take that.
right. I don't do that. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because there's always another way to get
Yeah.
the thing. So
Well, there's always a possibility.
possibility, yes.
I kind of feel like, because both games work like this, I think that one player is going to be demolished every time you play this.
I don't see that.
And it's Tim.
No, I didn't do that bad the first time.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
But I did bad the second time. So I don't know.
I don't see why would you think that one person is always going to get demolished? Because the turn order
Now, okay,
changes.
it could be specifically due to maybe there's more cards in the actual game when it comes out. Maybe there's more options.
There are.
There are. Okay,
Yeah. So I think that in the limited amount of cards that you have in the Tabletopia version, it's really hard for multiple people to be comboing off of the cards. Just because there's not a lot of cards to choose from. I mean, it was like a deck of 10 or 15 in each. I mean, it sounds like a lot of cards, but when you draw 6, you're like, this is what?
But you only need three of them to go together.
I mean, that's fair.
And
I don't think it's meant for you to combo one card off after another card. Like,
You think it's more of like you have to deconstruct to build the next thing?
right. And I think that's really the purpose behind it. It is, you have this dream. Now you have a dream of something else. Of course you want to use, the things and the resources that you already have, if you have them. But I don't think that you're going to try to, I already have this halfway built and get a card that's already halfway built for you.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Eric should give a class on how to play this game. Like, it was ridiculous. Last night, you had cards that didn't go together at all, and yet you were able to rebuild yourself to make them work. It was...
Maybe that's it. I just need to be trained.
It was annoying. It was really annoying.
I will say that I do enjoy playing the game. It's just that it's, I don't know, like, because I do have a competitive nature to me in some way. Mm-hmm. And so if you're competitive at all, this is going to be a rough game for you unless it really clicks.
Yeah.
And I think that it's almost, for me, it's almost just a tad bit too much of, holy crap, there's too many options to think about to build this crazy intertwining strategy, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing for the game because I think that's really well designed, but like I said in the beginning, there has to be a level of enjoyment. I feel like I was working.
Oh yeah.
I was working. I was, if I had Excel open on my other monitor, I could probably graph this thing out and, put it in a PowerPoint presentation. I don't know.
I think that's a fair observation that it's a personal thing. Did it click with you? Because I never once felt like I was working. I felt like,
I felt like I was working, but I enjoyed what I was doing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good mental exercise, I guess.
And I'm usually the one who has the AP.
Oh yeah.
Out of the three of us, wouldn't you say?
I don't know. I haven't really experienced. I don't think so. Like, I mean, I think so far it seems like we have about the same level of AP.
Yeah.
I think you're probably quicker to say, all right, whatever, let's go, than we are. Like Eric is by far the person who will not move on until he is ready.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
Here.
Wait. I haven't figured out the best move yet.
Yeah. So it's actually surprising that Eric's turns weren't actually that long.
So we were just lucky that he was so able to figure out the best move.
He was on it.
Yeah.
On it. This is his game. So I don't know. It's a great game. I'm not going to say that it's a crap game, but if you're not looking for a game, or if you want to play a game that does not, how am I supposed to say this? If you don't want to feel like you're doing a massive amount of CPU crunching in your own head, this is not the game for you. But if you really want to get in and have like this abstract-ish kind of game that actually has a really cool theme going on, and honestly, everything packaged together is rather unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I cannot think of another game. And like I said, that Reef is the closest thing. And I know that it's completely different. It just has the same idea of comboing and building things to make these patterns or dioramas or whatever. Other than that, what else is there? I mean, I can't think of anything that does what this game does.
No, and I've been trying since you said that the other day. I've been trying to think of one. I can't.
Yeah. So it's definitely unique. I think this is a very innovative game.
Yeah.
So,
and it's interesting. A lot of David Oslow's games are like that. There's Dark, Darker, Darkest, and Panic Station are some of his, and they're very unique, and they're either loved or hated.
I thought I had that, but it's Space Alert.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, those games are either,
Love it
people
or
love
hate
them or hate them. So I think this is going to be another one of those. And I'm in the love camp because it's a really nice puzzle, really nice special puzzle.
Yeah, if you love puzzle-y games, this is one for you for sure.
Very
if you
pretty.
like building stuff, puzzle-y type games, yeah.
And there's expansions that are coming for it that include animals.
Oh, that's
some
all
critters.
yours.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And so they each come in all the colors, the same 5 colors, and give you powers. And then there's going to be Will of the Wisps.
I saw that. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like a little fire looking, well, the
Yeah.
wisp, I guess, or whatever.
Right.
but-
And so you put those out on your board, and as you build out to them, they sort of, you save them or you collect them, and then they give you powers as well when you have a set of them. And then there's ravens and nightmares and things where you can be more interactive with the other players and sort of like send them ravens to mess up their plans. So there's going to be a lot.
Tim would love that.
Right, yeah.
I don't know about that. That's interesting. Okay.
But we could both send ravens to Eric.
Oh, bam!
No.
Bam! I might lose, but I'll kingmake Eric.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm interested in playing the game when it physically comes out because Tabletopia is garbage. It is clunky as all get out, although I will say it's free. So if you are interested in the game, definitely try it on there because even though it's clunky and it basically has zero physics, it is nice that you can actually try these games out
Absolutely.
and not have to actually purchase the app. Tabletop Simulator, you have to purchase, but there is far less official stuff. Most things on Tabletop or Tabletopia is official, I think.
Yep.
From what I gather.
Right.
Especially this one is for sure. So, anyway, final thoughts. Matt, what is your interest level?
I don't know. It doesn't sound bad. The only thing that's kind of weird is I noticed that like everything's called shards and they're just little wood chips. That kind of messes with my brain a little bit, but I mean, I could get through that.
I guess the idea is like shards of a dream. So you're piecing them together and it makes this
Nah, I guess so.
little diorama. I like to use that word.
Yeah.
That's a
Diorama.
Good word.
Drinking game. This
Diorama.
diorama.
I don't know you're drunk. But okay, final thoughts. Anything else?
I liked it a lot. I'll probably pick it up.
Cool.
One of my favorites.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that is Dreamscape. It's time for Into the Pits, where we're going to pit 2 games versus each other to see which one rises to the top, eliminating its opposition. In this episode, we're going to talk about Roll Player versus Sagrada. You people out there is what caused this. You caused these 2 games to be pitted against each other for literally absolutely no reason at all. I mean, let's just start about this. Let's just start before we drive. The way we do this is we have 5 categories. Each one's worth a certain amount of points. We talk about one category, and at the end we vote. Games will get points, and then we do the next category, etc. We talk about these in a vacuum. So when we talk about one category, we do not bleed, or try not to, unless it's necessary, bleed over into another category. So we're very looking at things granularly, whatever the word is. And we try to be as non-biased as possible. And I think that when you vacuum in on each thing, it's where you can do that. Right. If you're talking theme, it doesn't matter what is happening. You talk about theme. If you talk about components, talk about components. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, people out there want to compare Roll Player versus Sagrada endlessly. And I was like, well, I don't know. We'll try it out. And we tried it out. And I'm like, what? I mean, did y'all have the same feeling?
I can see why they'd be compared.
Yeah. A lot of people say
Dice holes.
Dice drafting and placement.
Right.
Matt, what about you?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
It's like the whole Splendor phenomenon. It's got different colors and you take them.
You build an engine.
You build an engine,
like
yeah.
Splendor.
As weird as this sounds, I find it more appropriate to compare this game to Rolling America.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you
which game?
I'll tell you what. Sagrada.
Oh,
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You can't have the same number next to each other. You basically are drafting colored dice. You have to put them in the same like slots. The only difference is you're counting up and down and up and down. Excuse me, on adjacent slots. You're solving the puzzle of Rolling America in those 2 games, whereas Roll Player, you're not really solving a puzzle. You're spending tons of gold to mitigate all kinds of stuff to do what you want. So
now that you said that, I think that's a great shout. Sagrada could have been a roll and write.
it could have been, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a really good call.
It could have came with far less dice and look way less prettier.
I was going to say that probably pretty much takes away from the game to do it like that.
It would destroy the game. As a matter of fact,
number 2.
Let's play Rolling America with only dice. It'd be like come with 50 million dice. It would come with 50 times the number of players. That'd be a lot of dice. But yeah, I compare it more like that. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. The first topic or first category is theme. Theme is comprised of stuff like concept, the integration of the theme, the story, the fluff, etc. Now, obviously, I get that Sagrada doesn't have a massive amount of theme,
it's
but
a little bit more abstract.
It is a little bit more abstract, but we'll obviously take that into consideration. So, Matt, what do you think? What do you think about theme here?
Theme wise, actually, Sagrada, I feel like I am making a stained glass.
Really?
I mean, because you're not in the manner of the way you, not in the manner you go about making it. I don't feel like I'm using a forge and heating up glass and doing all that. If that's how they make stained glass windows. But the end result kind of looks like one. But on the other hand, I feel more like role player. You're creating a character. It just
role player
feels more like it.
The weird thing about role player is if people have not experienced old school D&D games, they're not going to really understand the theme other than it's a fantasy game where you're putting a bunch of dice to match these numbers. And so the theme is strong, but it might be almost too strong in the nostalgia category and not so much in the making sense category.
Yes.
So, I see why Sagrada would be more like of a theme for everyone because it's just, it's a neutral theme. A lot of people are tired of fantasy, but not a lot of people played games about making stained glass.
Generic fantasy, I guess, too.
It's generic fantasy, right? But,
well, it's straight D&D.
Yeah, it's D&D for sure because, that's what it's trying to be, is that whole concept of rolling up your character's stats in D&D, which is frankly gone. You can do it still, but in the newer versions, it recommends having so many points that you assign to the attribute. Once you get to a certain amount, it costs 2 points or whatever. But that way everybody has the same amount of points. Whereas before you would roll 4 dice, take the 3 highest, do that 6 times. You have 6 stats and you place them in the 6 stats.
Yeah. So thematically it matches old style D&D pretty well. Other than the fact that higher is always better, but in role player, it's not necessarily.
That's fair. So any other points you want to make on what about I guess Matt talked about the integration. I guess we kind of talked about the integration.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
agree? Did you?
Did I?
We talked about making stained glass, but you weren't forging stuff.
Sorry.
I agree with what he said. I think Sagrada has more theme integration than people give it credit for because you can't make your grid from the middle. You have to start from the outside.
Yeah.
That's
the theme right there.
And you have these drafting tools that have names of actual drafting tools.
Do they really?
I actually didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
But that's a very little thing because they don't do
what it mimics.
You would actually do.
Right.
Yeah. I think the only thing is, and the reason I'm kind of leaning role player, and the only reason I'm thinking this is because role player, its theme is literally not replaceable. You can't say you would put any other theme on it because it is specific to a thing that it happened. It's specific to character creation in D&D. Whereas Sagrada, you can literally replace that with anything. You lose the element of you're building a grid of houses in a district, and you gotta whatever. The theme is so it's neat how it's implemented. But it can be stripped and replaced.
Yeah. I even thought you could do 8-bit characters or something like that.
That'd be kind of neat.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
On the 8-bit characters?
Okay, well, couldn't you do that with role player? Couldn't you strip out the theme and say, okay, now we're going to be making a housing district, and
no.
In this category of a housing district, you want 14 points of whatever the thing is, right?
I can see that.
I think you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it, but
not with everything else going on. Maybe if you just took where you place your dice, yes, but there's 3 other things that you got.
Yeah, you'd have to take
right,
all
take
that.
that, yeah. Instead of a sword, you have a shovel. That
Right,
yeah,
or
that
you
does
have
something,
right, the post office or whatever. Who knows?
right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you would have to really stretch that to make it make sense. Whereas Sagrada's theme is lightly on there. Yeah, it's cool that it fits into it, but it's so much easier to just lift it and put something else.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
But the counter argument to that is, like I said, it's so niche for role player on what it's drawing from that it's targeting as a group of nostalgia.
Smaller
a group
audience.
of people. Yeah. So
The theme is the worst part of role playing, character creation.
they made a game out of it. We actually made characters, and Matt went through a role playing session with them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you could.
It's kind of neat.
That's a good way to do it.
So I don't know. I guess is it time to vote? Is everybody ready? Do you have your idea?
I got
Question.
my idea.
Yep.
What do we do on
Ties. I thought about that. So the way we're going to do it, because I designed this to where it wouldn't have ties, but we have George joining us. So what we're going to do is,
Glad to be here.
yeah,
Yeah.
the theme, presentation, components, and rules are all worth 2 points each category. The gameplay is worth 5. Now, I think I don't know what I'm going to do about that. We'll think of something on the fly. I don't know. But if there's a tie on any of the other categories, it's split.
Split 1 and 1.
What each game gets 1 point.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So on gameplay, that's a good point, because I just realized it probably should just be either 4 points or 6 points.
Yeah, just bump it.
Bump it up. All right. We'll make it.
I would say 4.
Say
The
4.
double.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go down to 4. That's fine. We'll see. 2, 4,
Yeah.
6. That's fine. We'll do it like that. So 4, and we'll divide it if it ties on the last one. So, all right. What we're going to do is we're going to vote. You're going to hold your handouts 1, 2, 3, and you're either going to 1 for role player, 2 for Sagrada. Just like rock, paper, scissors.
On three.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, no one ever goes 1, 2, 3. No, it's
right.
it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
1, 2, 3, go.
This is great on audio. So ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Unanimous.
Oh, unanimous. Role player gets the thing. Role player. All right. So the second thing is presentation. This is 2 points. This is the graphic arts, the artwork of the game, the organization, the layout, whatever you want to consider. It's not, the presentation is not just artwork. It is everything looks wise. So, Eric, start us off.
I'm kind of leaning to Sagrada on this one, just because it's more colorful. The dice bag is nice. The inserts the inlay is nice, and you can actually put I forgot what it's called, but your sheet, it actually goes into the insert.
Right, like your little puzzle that you have to fill out.
Right. So yeah, I kind of am leaning towards Sagrada myself.
Matt, what do you say stuff?
Say stuff. Okay, so Sagrada, it's gorgeous. It looks great. Are we just sticking with one of these categories, or do we?
We're just doing presentation, basically.
I know, but we're just doing graphic art, or do we talk about all of it?
Anything.
Right. This is the presentation of the game. So it could be the artwork, the graphic arts, which is different. The artwork is literally like drawings of people.
Right. Which Sagrada has none.
True, but it does
it does have artwork.
Yeah. It's artwork, all the stained glass.
It has
all the
less artwork.
Yeah,
It does have
way
less. But I would say that
less.
Role Player has more generic artwork where it's not real. I mean, it does have characters on your player board,
Yes.
but it's
you know what? I'm going to say
The
this real
artwork
quick.
is
And
not-
all the cards.
Role player is blander.
yes,
Also-
right.
Go ahead,
more-
Tim.
What I was going to say is Sagrada can't really be upgraded anymore. It's pretty dope as it is.
Right.
Whereas Role Player, if you got the artwork from the WoW TCG cards to
Yeah.
replace everything,
Mhm.
it would be
could be
a next
better.
level. I would
Right.
go, whoa. Like the graphic arts in Role Player are kind of, I mean, it's got some good artwork, but it's very, I think that it's specifically done.
It's very
in
second
an
edition.
older
80s
style. Yes.
or something. Yeah,
Yes.
which kind of makes sense if they are doing it for nostalgia players.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, the dice, the dice are very lackluster. I like the heft in the weight of them in Roll Player, but the Sagrada dice are just beautiful. I mean, they're because they're like, acrylic, see-through, colors.
Translucent.
That could have been a decision by Roll Player to sort of go with the older style dice as well, but it does sort of mar the appearance.
I don't know if it would actually. I don't think it would look good with translucent dice, even though it has some in the expansion, which we're not talking about. But they could at least like rounded the corners, although that would actually make them tip over more. Maybe that's why they tip over so much in Sagrada. They look pretty, but they're rounded. I never thought about that.
I didn't really have.
We'll come back to components.
Okay,
this next category.
Oh, that's true.
This is an interesting category, I think.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Matt?
No.
George?
I'll add for presentation that Roll Player has very dark backgrounds. The player, what do you call it?
The player board and
player
stuff.
Boards, yeah. Just everything has this sort of just dark,
muted and dark.
Muted.
Yeah, it is very directed towards the audience that it's going for, which is a good thing. I mean, that's what they should do. But I mean,
but there could have been more done with that, I feel.
It would have been cooler if the player board had a little bit more design. Even though Sagrada's looks super busy, you don't do anything with the player boards other than the little grid. And it makes sense because it's a giant, busy stained glass window. So,
and it's just one piece, and it's very attractive before you start, and when you're done, it's more attractive. So it feels more open and clean to me.
That's fair. And I guess you can't really. Roll Player comes with way more components in general. But I don't know if you would weigh that equally towards each other. Like you almost have to just take the main player board, what you're putting on it,
the dice, the overall
dice,
look of everything,
like the
artwork,
the look of it. If you walked by a table and didn't know anything about the games, which one would? Well, that's a bad idea because it's like, oh, that's so cool. Look, it's fantasy.
I just felt like the Sagrada could have done a little bit better job on the cards. The cards are super boring.
Like the iconography and stuff?
Yeah, just everything. The way, just the look of the card. It's like...
I never see that.
Those drafting cards.
They went all out on the board and everything and kind of was like, the cards don't really have to look all that great because the board will carry everything.
That's fair.
That's exactly right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. Has everybody kind of made up their mind, you think?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We're going to vote on this. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Whoa.
I voted, man.
No, wait a minute.
Roll
One was
Player?
what? Sorry.
Sagrada?
Oh, no?
Yeah, Sagrada.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty unanimous. I think Sagrada.
I was like, because when you all threw two, I was like, I don't see them picking Roll Player on this.
No. Yeah, one's Roll Player, two Sagrada.
All right, that was my bad. Yeah, sorry.
That's pretty much unanimous for Sagrada on the presentation.
Yeah, let me write it up here. Sagrada 2, Roll Player 1.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Actually, if you want to keep tally, Matt, Roll Player has 2 points. Well, actually, both of them do.
Do down here so it's easier to think.
The next top category is components. In this case, we're talking about the quality of the components, the uniqueness of the components, the functionality of the components and what they do, stuff like that. It's not limited to just what I just mentioned. It could be limited. It could also talk about like the thickness of the boards, or if we were talking about the wingspan, we could talk about the resume style paper that the rulebook had, stuff like that. So it could be whatever, but we're talking about components in general, not how they relate to what you use them for. But no, I guess functionality, you can kind of,
Well, I kind of almost lumped it into presentation, going back on, they both have I guess they're called inlay boards.
Right.
Where you can inlay your dice in, but Sagrada goes a step further and lets you put in that board that changes what you need to do on your turn, whereas Roll Player has another card that says, hey, you need to put a purple dice at third location for strength, and you need to use a yellow dice on the first location for charisma. So I would give it, again, a bump to Sagrada for that, and component wise, the dice are better with Sagrada. Comes with
I don't know if they're
a better bag, I think.
Better. They're prettier for what
prettier.
you're using them for, but they would not fit well in Roll Player.
I agree with that. Yes.
Even if you expand the size. But what I'm saying is if you took the dice.
You don't want Sagrada blingy dice and put it into Roll Player. It would look
It would look
off.
like pretty Roll Player.
Yeah.
But I think if they just rounded the corners in Roll Player, it would be nice. But functionality, as we talked about it makes sense.
Well, yeah, it
I almost
functions.
kind of would like Sagrada to be pointier dice because, or we're just, I don't know, are we fat fingered? Do we just knock stuff over a lot? Have you had a lot of problems with that when you played it?
I don't have fat fingers.
Well, like people at the
Sorry,
table.
Tim.
I haven't had.
Sierra must
trouble with
because she complained about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess Sierra's got fat fingers.
Sorry, Tierra.
I didn't say it.
I'm just saying she brought that up.
She did
before
bring
we
it up
started.
quite a bit, but I mean, it could be like the table, or it could be the dice tray.
Her fat fingers.
It must be. I have not had a problem.
Sorry,
with that, no.
Sierra. I kid.
I don't know. You have run into anybody else complain about it?
I have run into other people who complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's just because the dice are small. Maybe if they were bigger, it wouldn't have a problem.
Right. It's less surface area too.
It's like they're pretty, but they're
prevent
small.
tippage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, what about the, I mean, obviously the card stock and everything, I think in Roll Player is pretty adequate. I mean, the card
It does
stock in
job.
Sagrada, I guess, is probably fine, but you never touch them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
I feel like I might have to abstain from this vote because I've only played Roll Player.
Oh,
on
that's fair.
Tabletopia.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
they're average.
That's a hard one to compare components.
It is. So I think I'll abstain from this one, but I do have one question that could swing it a bit is in Roll Player, are the coins or are they punched out cardboard?
They're punch out cardboard.
Okay. Was it a Kickstarter?
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe there's Roll Player coins out there. I don't know.
I think there are coins for the game.
I
yes.
don't know. I've never
That you
seen
can
it.
upgrade.
That would
I
be
bet.
That would definitely be
that'd be sweet. Yeah.
a nice thing. But if it's just punched out cardboard coins, then I think Sagrada gets it for having the
The beads.
beads.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, the beads are cool, but they're very basic.
They are basic beads. It would
They're not
cool.
even like that cool glass beads that are
Right.
kind of like the
They're like dollar store beads.
yeah
Aquarium beads.
Yeah, aquarium
Yeah.
beads. Yeah.
Like I like there's you play viticulture and you look at their glass beads and I'm like, wow, these are fantastic.
I would say they're better than maybe a wooden cube or something.
Oh, but they are. Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
And they go with the theme a little bit better. They are glass and
Yeah, okay,
So-
they're just beads, but still
Right.
beads are nicer than cardboard. So I
Yeah.
still think they beat the coins.
yeah.
That's fair. They both come with bags.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the dice out of and stuff. And
And I don't remember the bag on Roll Player. Roll Player, I think, just comes with a generic bag.
it's a big black bag.
Like,
I mean, it's not like a
bag.
satin bag or velvet bag or whatever.
I think Sagrada is it silk screened or something, which might give it a little bit of an edge on the bag at least.
That's fair. Matt, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Well, are we missing anything from Roll Player that component wise?
Component wise.
We got
No.
the cards, the market phase, the
the dice bag,
dice. Yeah, the
your
dice
player
bag.
board, and the cards. Yeah.
No, I think that was it.
All right. Well, I guess we can vote then. You going to stay out of this one then?
I'm staying out.
All right. So just these three. Matt, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, vote. We got Sagrada in the unanimous decision. I'm assuming George would have said the same thing, probably even if he played Roll Player.
More than likely.
All right. So the next thing is rules. Now this one's kind of interesting because it does encompass a couple of things. And this is also why I was talking about earlier, why I read the rule book to Sagrada instead of just being taught the game, because we're going to talk about the rules in the rule book, which I may have to interject. I don't know if you all have read the rules for either game. Maybe George read Sagrada.
No.
I've read both just to be ready for this. Yep.
That's fair. But we're also going to talk about card text, how it translates, the iconography that shows up and how it, lends itself. Some games, the iconography is really bad and it doesn't have the rules on it. So like, for instance, in this game or these games, what I do like about, Sagrada is that even though the tools have iconography, which is okay, when you read the rule that's printed on the actual card, which is fantastic. Please, everyone else learn from this.
Right.
I mean, you can make a language independent game by having just iconography, but you can also type out text on it as well. I guess if you're doing that, then maybe you got to type it in like 6 languages. I don't know.
No, just go with one and
Yeah.
use clear iconography and
Right. Bam.
you're good. Yeah.
So it's got that going for it. I mean, it has the text on there. Once you read it, it kind of makes sense. It would have been neater instead of just having this, because the iconography on those cards, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me be clear. I don't think we should exclude people by, just having one language. But what you
Right.
could do is you could print it in the main language that you're using yourself.
Right.
And then have the translation online so that you don't have to make all those publication, expenses and yet still have it available.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if they just, maybe it looks cleaner if they just leave text off of it completely?
Probably so.
But I don't know. It's so much cooler. If you're
I agree with you. I do like it on the card.
I like it having both. It's a
Right.
fantastic thing. I guess there's not a whole lot of iconography in Roll Player.
There is just
On your player board to let you know what to do for each.
Right.
Yeah, like put these colors in
reroll
these
dice
spots.
or
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. The iconography for the special abilities is
And the
pretty clear.
Yeah.
Traits will say
Arrows.
arrow go up, down, left,
Yeah.
right, whatever.
I think the one thing about Sagrada that would have made the tool cards better, and maybe it does, but it's not as very clear, if it had like an image of a tool that you can quickly associate with. Because when I look down, the first thing I see is that stupid solo player color in the top left. And it's cool when there's 3 different colors, because you can quickly be like, all right, I like the blue one because it does this. I like the gold one because it does this, or whatever color. But if it's like 2 blues and a purple, it's really hard to just quickly glance over. I mean, there's only 3, so it's not like there's a billion.
Have to remember a lot, right?
Right. But it would have
Sure.
been neater if there was like one small icon that you can look at.
Or even going back to what Matt said, just having separate actual art. Why not?
That's true.
I would say that we did run across some questions on some of the tools, such as, you can move a blue dice anywhere, not caring about color restrictions. But in the iconography, it would move that blue dice, but it would put it next to a yellow. I would have thought that maybe they could have made that more apparent, if it was, because you can do 2 different things. Like
It's the interpretation of
right.
it can be skewed slightly.
Can you not place it right next to another blue, or can you put it in a spot that's supposed to be reserved for red? So those are 2 different. How we played it is we could do either one of those, but it wasn't clear on the card.
I think we even kind of had the same thing with
Right,
the card.
we did.
We talked it out and figured it out, but it wasn't completely clear.
Yeah,
on
it's
first
almost
read.
like you have to go through them as a group. Whereas I feel like in Roll Player, I don't think I've ever questioned a card.
And I will
Not
say,
that I
even
remember.
though you all like the text on the cards, it's kind of hard to read. I never had one problem reading Role Player stuff, even upside down. So
That's true, because the contrast is
Yeah.
white on black, whereas on Sagrada, it's kind of like
what
black.
kinda,
It's like thin black letters on a like blueprint kind of
yeah,
tan blueprinty thing.
Yep.
But the cards are small. But I mean, it could depend on how far away from them you are. I don't know. That's why I said it should have one clear icon. Like for instance, if it was a Viking themed, it could literally have a giant rune, a big R, or like a weird plus. You know what I'm saying? And like you look and you can easily say, "Oh, I like that one because it does this," and you don't have to like glance at, because if you put like in 3, it's okay, but if you put like all the cards next to each other and quickly glance, you still don't, like, the iconography is almost busy enough to where it's hard to differentiate them without paying attention to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
One thing I'll say about the rulebook themselves, Sagrada's rulebook has a lot of illustrations for such a small rulebook.
yeah, Roll Player is straight text.
It's, yeah.
Which is, like, the rules are pretty straightforward. I don't think they're really hard to understand, but examples in pictures and stuff like that do help out.
Just to break that up a bit, and
Yeah, because even the examples are greatly defined in Roll Player, but they don't have an image to accompany it with like showing you the components and stuff like that.
They do at the start. They show you each kind of
component.
card and
But later on,
but not during the rules.
Yeah, so later on, if you're reading about something that's like, oh, and if you do this with this or whatever, like a lot of other games do it where it's just, if they reference something they're not talking about right then, they'll have a picture and you're like, oh, I see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't have to go look at the component list to say, oh, that board or whatever. Roll Player isn't as bad with that, but it's interesting. It is kind of like just a couple of walls of text. Well, almost like a PDF document. The layout's okay. The layout in the Sagrada rulebook is okay too. I don't think it was.
It's nice.
It's nice, but
I've never played a game of Sagrada where one of those tool cards didn't have us going to BGG to figure out what it was.
Yeah. There's another one too, or something. I forgot what it is right now, but it's like
they always come
for
up
every pair of 2s and 3s, or
it's like the same ones always come up, and we always have to go to BGG to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fair. So yeah, I don't know. I think Roll Player does define. Like, you almost can just teach somebody the rules, and they won't even ask questions about the cards. Like for instance, when we played it with Matt, because I noticed Eric's group was doing this when they flipped out the market cards, they read them off. In our game, we didn't even read off a single one of those. We just flipped them out. Even when we played it, it's just flip them out because there's like literally no questions about them.
Right. Yep.
So I think that's a pretty good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody got anything else they want to mention before we vote?
No.
Matt?
Nope.
All right. Let's vote. 3, 2, 1, bam. Yep. Roll Player unanimously gets the rules part.
Even though big wall of text is a bad plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. So now what's the score, Matt?
4-4.
4-4. TV game show
All
works
about
out
the
well. That's going to be interesting because if it ties, I don't know what to do. Anyway, so
they died.
Well, yeah, we won't even have tiebreakers, which was one of my pet peeves on the top 5 things about rulebooks you hate. So this is gameplay. The idea behind this was it was originally the most weighted thing because obviously all these other things are great, but if you know how to play the game, the rules don't matter. If the game is great to you, like for instance chess, the components and stuff don't matter. Although you could get 24 karat gold chess pieces and look like a baller, but you can play with whatever. So the idea is the gameplay would be the heaviest weighted thing. Mm-hmm. In the gameplay, we're talking about mechanics, the complexity of the game, which could be good or bad depending on if it's complex or not complex, the length of it, the replayability, the strategy, all that stuff. Pretty much everything that's actually going on mechanically. So George, you start us off on this one.
Are we also talking about just desire to play?
No, not really desire to play because I think
which gameplay, like what you enjoy the most would go into effect. No, because you got to think about this. Take away bias. Oh,
we're strictly talking about things that work and how, if you look at one machine and another machine, this one runs a lot smoother than this one that's clunking, but this one's kind of making me gold.
Think Ford Chevy.
So the idea is you have to, you want to look at the game, what it's doing, how it operates, how well oiled it seems in compared to the other game. Not so much as, I really like this game because I got a great feeling from it. That's not really that's just your takeaway, but
yeah. Okay. That's kind of how I judge games though. Like that's what I like about a game is what I like about a game. Like that's why I like it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I know, but what I'm saying is going back to the other topic where we're talking about Dreamscape, and I liked Reef better because how I feel like you can combo off each other better. Right. But you're saying that you like Dreamscape better because of the planning and everything. Mm-hmm. But both games, if you took just the mechanism itself and compared them, it's not about the enjoyment of it. It's about how well does it actually work. Like, for instance, you were saying that Reef seemed random.
It does.
Whereas Dreamscape is more planned out.
In comparison, yeah.
In comparison. So, and that's like a non-biased thing. Like, I agree with that. I think that there is some kind of math behind the Reef part of it, but take away my personal feelings because I didn't want to think that much, I guess, with being very general with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like try to,
okay.
we're human. Actually, we do what we can do.
Before we even talk about it, here's a thought as well. If we vote and then talk about it afterwards on why we voted a certain way, or we want to just talk about it beforehand?
Let's just see what happens.
All right.
Matt, you start us off.
Okay. So what? Mechanisms here?
Yeah, well, let's start with the main thing that's
and
happening,
gameplay.
because the whole point of this topic is to pit two games that are similar, right? Obviously, let's talk about the similarities and maybe like the differences on what people are trying to. I think people are trying to go a long distance of comparing these games and what you're doing, because in one game, Roll Player, you're placing things from left to right, and you're really just heavily mitigating your whole entire strategy.
Yeah,
That game has a lot more mitigation than
Absolutely.
Sagrada does. Sagrada almost has zero mitigation other than like
the tool cards
the
and
3 times you'll do it throughout the game.
right. Well, the mitigation also comes into the fact where you have blank spaces where you can throw off. So that's kind of your mitigation factor
but
in there as well.
It's not even a throw off though.
It can mess you up in the long run,
Yeah.
too.
Because you still have a die there that can't be next to a die of the same number or color.
Right. But for that moment, I can't put it here, but I always have.
You have
not
to place
always
it
have,
adjacent to another die.
but yes.
Of course, you can go diagonal.
Diagonal as well. So usually, maybe not, your very start, but mid game, you have quite a few different options, is what I was trying to get at. I would say that Sagrada gives me more of that puzzly, trying to figure out, what I need, where I need to, put things aspect to it.
The spatial element.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said,
Kind of going off that real quick, not to interrupt.
sure.
This is the whole point that I don't get what people are doing. Like Sagrada's a puzzle and Roll Player is like,
As a puzzle mitigation is a different, I guess, way to
It's a
kind of do the same thing. Is putting your dice into specific
it's not as much of a puzzle.
areas and mitigate it. Or well,
There's a lot of puzzle
you,
going on, but
you mitigate it more in Roll Player.
obviously Sagrada is way more puzzly.
Right.
yes, but interesting for me. Role player is way more thinky for me.
Oh yeah.
It is.
That's fair. I will agree with that.
Well, there's more mechanics to it. So
takes
there's more components.
There's more math.
I think it takes more planning
math.
in Role Player
Yes.
than Sagrada. A lot more.
Yeah.
Because, Sagrada, you're just kind of going with the flow. Both of them do have drafting. I guess we haven't said that. So, but you're just kind of at the mercy of both of them you're at the mercy, but you can do a little bit more with what you get in Role Player, I think.
And they have different mechanics that kind of go along with the drafting as well.
Yeah, it's like I kind of like both. Although, so like in Role Player, the drafting is you draft a die. The die that you draft also gives you your initiative
right.
for buying in the market phase,
Yep.
which could also be a big thing because you could basically need to do that to destroy a card that somebody's going to get a ton of points out of, or need to do that to buy a card before somebody else destroys it. Whereas in
That's so mean.
well, it is mean.
Yeah.
But in Sagrada,
There's also like zero player interaction in Sagrada.
Sagrada has zero player
yes
interaction.
and no,
But also no meanness, really.
to an extent. But after end game wise, you kind of know what your opponents need. Oh, he only could put a blue die there.
You're talking on
gonna-
like the last 2 or 3 dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could draft
You're
the
not
blue
worried
dice.
about
Yeah.
it the whole game.
And
Exactly.
and that's only the last couple rounds.
Yeah. And the point I was trying to make is I like the way the drafting works in both, but I do have a small quip with the drafting in Sagrada because I do not enjoy drafting first. It's cool to get that first
Oh,
die,
really?
but getting
getting the
that
last
last
one?
die is not fun.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't enough to make me hate the game or anything. I think it's a cool
You better
aspect,
hope you got
but-
some blank spaces that
but that-
doesn't have
Yes, you have to
that
plan for
color
that.
or that number.
Right. That's where it comes down to the luck factor of what's left over. And
There's still a choice. There's 2 die you get.
there's 2 dice. And I guess that's when you probably want to use your mitigation things, which you literally do 3 times in the game. But my point is I have a little bit of meh on some of the drafting with Sagrada, but I'm completely fine with all the drafting in Roll Player.
And you might not even be getting anything you want, but you always feel like I can work with this.
Right, because in Roll Player, it's like I can take the last card and go last, but that's fine because I didn't need any of the cards out there for the market stuff, or maybe I didn't have enough money to do anything about it anyway. So I would be burning a card to get more money, or whatever. So my point is, like, I don't get a feeling of, oh man, I really need to go first, but I don't want to take this crappy die. And so I'm not trying to be harsh towards Sagrada. I'm just saying there is one thing I didn't like about the drafting in Sagrada. There's nothing I didn't like about the drafting.
And it also did make sense that there's gold coins on the middle ones, because you kind of really want a high die, or you want to go low and mitigate that die, but be first to buy from the market. Right.
So that's interesting. What about replayability? Let's talk about that specifically.
I would myself give replayability to Roll Player because I think each game is going to feel a little bit more different. Whereas I feel after playing multiple games of Sagrada, you might feel a little samey because there's, like I said, not a lot of different tools or you always get the same personal objective and all that. So it might feel a little bit more samey, whereas in Roll Player, you do have a deck of cards that you're buying from that kind of might change your strategies and what you're able to get and what you're doing in a specific game.
You also have the alignment and backstory cards that'll change it every time.
Yeah.
Whereas Sagrada is pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, it gives you
it's just whatever board you pick.
Yeah.
A power.
Which is, it's not a bad replay. Like, Sagrada is a fun experience to experience over and over, but
they both have good replayability.
Yes.
I just think Roll Player kind of edges it out with like I said, the alignment, the backstory, your class that changes like what armor you might be trying to go after throughout the game. So
yeah, I guess the equivalent would be Roll Player just having, if it only had the attribute scores and that's all you try to go for.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have like this look. Well, I don't know, maybe not, because the backstory thing that where you want to put those kind of mimics the actual printed, where you can place things on the other one. That one's restricting you, whereas Roll Player is rewarding you. But it's kind of the same thing.
Kind of.
Yeah. But then the alignment's something different. I think the alignment's neat because you get different abilities to try to like jump back and forth to activate them and try to keep your alignment around the same spot till the end of the game. But
I'd agree on the variability or replayability. Sorry. Well, really, variability of Roll Player has a lot more going for it. But I think another sort of replayability would be with Sagrada. I would rather play Sagrada several times in a row than I would Roll Player. Like that one just mentally tires me out more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that actually. Another thing with the I just looked at it and I forgot. So Sagrada, you're playing against everybody. Obviously, Roll Player, you're doing this also, but I don't feel the need to, in Sagrada, maybe check what my last score was to see if I did better. And for some reason with Roll Player, I'm just like, if I didn't win, it's like, well, did I at least do better than last time? Maybe that's just a personal thing. I don't think I would do that in Sagrada.
Yeah.
The ironic thing about that night is I got the exact same score in both games.
Oh, weird.
I got 37 points. I thought that was kind of interesting. Maybe they are the same game. You can do equally as well.
I never record my scores, so I don't know.
Oh, that's fair. I'm a spreadsheet nerd, so I really enjoyed it. Yeah. It's like, wow, the lowest winning score was 12. It's like, that's nuts.
The average score for this game is 25.
Yeah, I did terrible.
Right.
I do record if I played or not, just so I can see how many games I've played and what my H index for games is.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah.
That's fair. Well, anything else you want to add in? Mechanics, complexity, the length of the game. I actually thought Roll Player is, oddly enough, I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but it wasn't.
No, it's a touch longer, but not a lot.
No, because our group got done before the Sagrada group, which had me and Tim and one new player. And what Sagrada had, you and Melissa, so two new players on that and one. But then when we switched, you had 2 new players in Sagrada, 2 new players in Roll Player, and that the Roll Player group didn't finish that much longer behind us.
Right. Which is kind of interesting because Sagrada is a decent length. I actually really like the length of time it is. I actually really like the length of time Roll Player is. But for Roll Player to have so much more stuff going on and only add that much time, that's actually a pretty cool thing.
It is nice.
Well, actually, I will say that just thought of this right now. There is one element that I would say a lot of people don't like about Roll Player is that initial dice.
Oh, that's a good point.
You draft 7 dice, you roll them out, and then you're putting, you're plugging those dice in. But I might have rolled all high numbers, which, is beneficial for me. You might have rolled all low numbers, but there's no mitigation in that. Where some other games are like, oh, if you have a total of, 25 or less, you might you get to reroll, or you might get extra gold or something to kind of mitigate the fact that you rolled really bad with these 7 dice, and you're going to have to, during the gameplay, mitigate those dice that you did bad in, where I don't have to mitigate that. I could just mitigate the dice that I draft from then on.
That's a huge point. I agree with that so much. It's
so
a
I
big
would say
deal.
that's one knock on Roll Player on just how it starts.
Like Sagrada and the color personal goal that
It could do the same thing.
you can change it with variants, right? And you can fix it with variants. I think Roll Player, you could do the same. You could just fix it with a variant and say you have this many points divided amongst your dice.
Or yeah.
You could house rule it, but there are cards that help you if that happens to you.
Some of those cards are actually pretty awesome too, because like some of your stats, you only get 1 point for getting, but then you could get that other card. It's like botch these stats and get 2 points.
Yeah, you could.
Oh yeah.
You could.
Yeah, you do.
Somebody
have
else
to
could
buy
burn
a
that
card.
card.
For that.
Yeah, or it could show up or it could not.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
I think that in the example you're talking about, the game, other than you, everyone else was very equal, even though some of the players had very bad starts. So the idea behind that is there's enough mitigation in the game that I think it's not as bad as what you're saying. Although, if you roll a ton of high numbers, you probably do have a slight edge.
Right.
Although I will say that I think that kind of like what Marco Polo, where if you roll your dice and you're under a specific number, you get some kind of benefit. That actually would not be a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Although in the many times I played Roll Player,
I mean, more
being
than
granular,
more often
I agree.
It's going to be, you're going to get some high numbers, you're going to get some low numbers. It's going to work out.
Right.
But
if you really let's just say you actually really botched it in what 3 players, you got like 7 dice. So if you rolled all 1s, 2s, and 3s,
which happened to Sean when we played. I had all like 4, 5s, and 6s. And he had like 1, 2s, and 3s.
I rolled all
3 was his
too, but
the highest one.
And I get what you're saying. Like, you already have your 6s and stuff like that. He doesn't.
I have to mitigate much less.
Absolutely. And your mitigation is for perfection, whereas the other person is just trying to get somewhere.
Of course, it could matter on the attribute numbers that you actually need, because some of them do require you to have 14 or 15.
Well, 14 plus.
No, some of them are.
Some are within a range.
Some of them are,
some are an actual straight number.
Yeah, some are like, I think those are only 18 maybe.
Which actually still goes to my point, because I already started high. Now I can draft these low dice and don't have to worry about mitigating
low
those.
Dice might not come out though. That's
they're always out.
I mean, they usually are, but
I kind of see Eric's point though, because now he can, if he rolled a 5 and 6s on everything, and now he only needs a 1, 2, or a 3. He can now draft a 1, 2, or 3.
Draft low and still buy
first.
And I don't have to worry about mitigating that edge, 1 or 2 or whatever. Yeah.
No, we are rolling dice.
It is dice.
True.
Every game, both these games have dice, right? Yeah. So, I think that part is usually not going to be a problem, but every once in a while, it almost would be like if you roll less than what, like
less
take each player. Well, I mean, not average, but like think of a number, and then if you roll under that, get to re-roll, but you have to re-roll all of it.
Yes.
So, and then you have to accept the new roll, or like a mulligan. Yeah. Like in D&D or Magic the Gathering.
That would probably be the easiest way to do it. Figure out what a decent number would be, and then if you just can't add your dice up to get to that, then
Right. It has to be
Also-
a different number based on the player count because you get a different amount of dice.
Oh, well, yeah. You
Yeah.
can figure that out. But
Or realistically, I mean, the game would be twice as long, but just don't even start with dice.
Oh, that would be
the game would be twice as long.
It'd be
That's
pretty long.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe start by rolling all those dice into the center and everyone drafts from those.
Oh, that'd be kind of
That would add some length as well.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be fair.
So
That's
and
true.
Just to add a couple of things against Roll Player, so it doesn't sound like I'm not being harsh against the game. There are two things that I think are really bad about Roll Player, at least in the base game. One, when you first get your dice to start your board, at the end of the game, you get points for your class dice, and some people might draw more class dice than other people.
Or go dice.
Or gold dice, which gives them a lead on gold. Now,
Right.
obviously, because in your initial placement, you're probably not going to mess yourself up on your attribute colors, like where you need those dice. So I think getting class dice and gold dice are probably a slightly better advantage than not.
Right.
And the second thing is, it makes absolutely no sense. And literally I would house rule this off it makes no sense that the armor cards actually have a bonus towards like two classes.
Right.
Like leather armor is what, black and I don't
Whatever,
know,
green.
green
Yeah.
or whatever. Whereas like the chain is like white in another color, and the other type of armor is the last two colors.
Right.
But
So-
why? Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
no reason, because if you're playing 3-player game and then 2 players are fighting over one type of armor and the other person's like, have fun with that.
Right. Well, which I
That's-
would
that
also
is kinda-
say that it's like a +1 victory point. So it's
Well, it's +1, but
+1 for the set too. so-
psychologically,
That's like
people feel like,
yeah, I need that whole set now.
right, because you don't,
You can buy any set.
you can buy any set you want, but psychologically, players are going to gravitate towards those for no reason.
Right. The one that is their color.
Yes, because they put that +1 bonus on there. So easily you could say just ignore that, but
Right.
it's there, so we have to add it into the equation. So
They're trying to be thematic.
they are.
Clerics have to wear chainmail.
I get it. It's just that mechanically, it's probably it was a bad choice, but it wasn't a detrimental. Like, it doesn't destroy the game or anything, but it was like, why, Decatur? So, but anyway, so anything else? Or are we going to vote?
Vote.
Let's vote it up on gameplay. 1, 2, 3, vote.
Oh.
3 Roll Player, 1 Sagrada.
I am outvoted.
I'll say edge it out, not by a lot for me. So I was kind of wavering a little bit, but I did have to give it my vote to Roll Player just because of the additional mechanics.
That's not always a good thing.
Right,
That's why I
yes.
mentioned the fact that the length of the game is not much longer for a lot more stuff happening.
Right.
But I do recognize that.
I do like the puzzly aspect of Sagrada quite a bit more, but overall gameplay, I think Roll Player has a little bit more to offer.
That's fair. It's really weird to say this, but I like the Roll Player thing because of how much mitigation it is. Even though when we were talking about Dreamscape and you have all these special abilities and mitigation, it was almost too much for me. So I don't know why. But speaking of which, I posted this on Instagram, and people actually voted. So let's see what it's at right now.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
yeah.
We don't have a massive following on Instagram, but it's at 50%, 50%.
Wow.
That's hilarious. And I also posted in some other places, and they were talking about, I posted this in the Dice Tower chat that we have, and some people were talking, and not to read off their actual things, but I will kind of say what people said. We have Sagrada, but still don't get the comparison. That's Robert Geislinger. He would be okay with this. He would be like, he's definitely in the crowd of us where he's like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's a very loose comparison or whatever.
Right.
So, this person we picked Sagrada, Roll Player, but only with the expansion.
I kind of
Roll Player with the expansion.
Roll
Player
Player does get a lot better with the expansion.
Sagrada. I don't know on that one. Sagrada, Roll Player.
Did it tie also?
So far.
Sagrada. No, scratch that one because they just got Roll Player. I haven't played it. Roll Player with the expansion. We can't count that one because it's a tie. Wife likes one. I like the other.
Okay, Roll Player edges it.
By one. Yeah.
By one.
But the only thing I will say that is there a lot of people that said that say Roll Player with the expansion.
That's
right.
true.
And kind of did base game to base game.
Yeah, we did base game. You know what? It's interesting because since we were doing this, we played the base game a few times rather than adding the expansion.
Right.
And I don't know. Like, I actually I don't know if I'm liking the non-expansion. Like, I like the expansion content, but I don't think it's a must include like some people are saying.
I do like it a lot better.
I like the monsters.
Right.
Yes, I do like the monsters better. I think they should be there. That
I didn't really care about the boss battle.
The boss battle's crap
that
to
out.
me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should I haven't played with the expansion. Let me start with that.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're going to do that, you might as well have little modules that you can go through. Just play D&D. Like once you have your character,
I think you could do that with this.
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just little short modules. It'd be great.
Yeah, we haven't played it that many times with the expansion, but yeah, it would be cool to module it out. Because the biggest thing is you have like a little deck of like monsters you can fight. So instead of discarding a card from the market, you can actually fight the monster.
Well, make it co-op that way. So you're going through the module. You're a party.
That would be a fantastic expansion.
You have to help each other.
Have a co-op expansion.
Right.
If Thunderworks is listening, that's
Wow.
the next thing right there. A co-op expansion would be because
With story elements.
right? Because I mean they did that with Orleans, and that was kind of a weird thing, but apparently it's
great.
awesome,
Oh, yeah.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
played
like
it, but
Yeah.
yeah. I think a co-op expansion for Roll Player is necessary. That would be actually pretty excellent. Just replace the market deck with like a town that's being destroyed, and you have to like instead of drafting, you actually kill guys to get points, and you have to. I don't know. They can figure can figure that out.
Yeah.
Oh, in the expansion, the way it is now, you don't kill guys?
You do.
No, you do, but
okay.
it's competitive. So
right. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, instead of drafting, because, cooperatively, you can just speak about, oh, you take that one, I'll take the second one.
Gotcha. Okay.
You got to make some reason to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Roll Player is victorious in this, although I'm going to say it's not massively.
Yes. Like I said,
personally-
for me,
personally,
I was kinda
it's
going
massive.
back and
Personally,
forth.
it's massive, but I don't think this victory is massive.
Mhm.
That's the distinction. For me, it is a massive victory because I like it far more than Sagrada, but it breaking it down, I think that they both hold their own. I don't think they should have been pitted against each other. We specifically did it for the appeal of the audience.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of people say, I've heard, like, Sagrada is Roll Player light, kind of.
That's fair.
I'm not sure if I
No,
see
actually, I
that
still don't agree.
distinction, but
Wasn't it published first?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think Roll Player came out
Yeah, Roll Player
first.
came out first.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, while we're talking about that, let's just go around the table. Quick little thing about what you think about the winner and personal feelings or whatever. Just a real fast thing.
I find it mathy and annoying.
That's fair.
So you're more for Sagrada then.
Yes.
Matt?
Georgia Salty. That's fine. No, I did try to be objective with everything. I did like Roll Player better as a whole. But I do like doing this because it kind of lets you see how, when you really pick the games apart, how maybe you didn't appreciate things, maybe you should have.
That's fair. Eric?
Well, I kind of said it already, but yeah, it was, for me, it was really close. It wasn't a blowout or anything, so I was kind of had a hard time determining where my last vote would be, and it could have went either way for me.
Well, cool. That is Roll Player versus Sagrada. Oh, by the way, Sagrada came out 2017. Roll Player is 2016.
I am corrected.
In our final topic for this episode is our top 5 YouTube rabbit holes. The idea behind this list is pretty much stuff you don't expect to be looking at on YouTube until 3 hours later. You're like, oh my God, what have I done with my life? Not that it may be bad. So who wants to, we'll start with George. We'll start with George.
Eric doesn't want to make eye contact.
Yeah, okay. And I struggled a bit with the list because I don't spend as much time on YouTube as maybe I should. I don't know. But,
No, you should not. It's a time killer.
but I did come up with 5 that are kind of strange ones that I'll get sucked into, and then I don't know what I'm doing. This is one that animal collectors. Like people that are really passionate about collecting a certain kind of animal, and then they make YouTube videos about it.
Like animal hoarders.
They're like animal hoarders, yeah.
Okay.
And
I got 92 cats.
And they're so excited about this.
Like Ace Ventura level of collecting.
Well, yeah, like, okay, for example, there's a guy who collects ants, and he has ant colonies.
That's
massive ant colonies.
Ant Canada.
In his house.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's fascinating. Listening to this guy and how much he loves ants.
Yeah.
I could listen to him for hours.
Like the guy, he's got like the rainforest set up.
Yes.
It's like an actual like Amazon River type thing. Because he's got
exactly. So
Because they're so
What's the
passionate.
lifespan of an ant?
this guy could tell you to
yeah.
the second, probably.
Right.
I mean, he's got a colony of them though.
They replicate.
They're making babies and stuff.
So he's not really collecting ants in general. He's just collecting species of ants, I guess. Does
Yeah,
he make
but-
them fight to the death?
No,
like
no,
sim
like,
ants?
no.
No, he loves it.
No, but he did have to murder some here recently. I don't know if you saw that where he had to. They were.
Wait, is this on your list, Matt? No.
No. Oddly enough,
Matt watches this.
I just came across this dude probably about a month ago, and Parker watched him. He had some ants that were getting some kind of parasite on them. So he released.
Oh.
Was it the fungus?
Yeah, it was like some
The
kind
zombie
of,
fungus.
Yeah, it was some kind of weird fungus. So he ended up like having to exterminate this colony. He put like a weird gecko in there that was like just going to run around and eat them all.
But he wasn't happy about this.
No,
Like,
he wasn't happy.
Right.
Right?
No.
He tried.
He really is playing sim ant, and he just spawned
Yes.
a disaster.
Yeah.
Like he loves ants. Like,
Yes.
I mean, at a level that you can't really understand until you watch the videos.
Like he tried, he experimented actually with a certain type of mite that might kind of take care of the fungus parasite thing. He tried options, but he couldn't figure out anything that works. So
Oh, gotcha.
it was because they're all connected.
I actually found this fascinating because I had an ant farm when I was little, or when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I actually really like ants.
No,
too,
ants are
so
awesome.
I'll probably end up looking this up.
Absolutely do.
Yeah.
There are other examples. There's a guy who has this gigantic aquarium, and he rescues fish from people who buy them from pet stores and things like that, and then they
Yeah, too
outgrow
big
them.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
So and from other places, people bring him fish, and so now he has just his entire house is made up of gigantic aquariums that he's acquired from different places, and he has monster sized fish swimming around in his house. It's fantastic.
Oh. Well, I seen one where this lady got like a pair of mice, and then they bred, and then there's
Shit,
more mice.
15 mice. and-
And she really likes mice, and then
we call that the rodent pyramid scheme.
yeah. So by the end of it, she has like 1,000 mice in her house, and they like basically took over. They ate holes in the walls and
Yeah,
are living everywhere.
I was going to say because like oddly enough, rats make good pets. I
I had rats.
I don't know necessarily about mice, but I do know that they stink really bad after a while.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
right.
her house was trash.
Oh my lord, her
Yeah,
house was
everything.
probably smelling awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get diseases.
Yeah. Bubonic plague.
All right, Matt, what's your number 5?
My number 5, it's pretty stereotypical, but it gets me every now and then. I just like watching fights. Whether it be
Yeah.
human fights, I like bug fights, I like
yeah?
animal
Like
fights.
the praying mantis versus the scorpion?
Yes. Oh yeah. They're any kind of fight. I like watching all these weird fights. So World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
That's my jam.
It'll get me every now and then.
Matt, if we had gladiatorial combat, Matt would be there.
Yeah. It's maybe. I don't know if I want.
You don't
I don't know if
go
I
that
want to see
far.
people dying, but
If it hurt, I'm all right with that.
yeah, watching
Knocked
a,
out, awesome.
Watching a good brawl where both dudes get up and walk away. I'm okay with that. That's cool.
That's fair. Do you like MMA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like MMA. Yeah. Boxing. I like
I'm
all
with
that.
Oh, boxing?
That's fair.
You don't like boxing?
I don't like I like
like-
MMA, but I don't like boxing.
Yeah, same here.
Really? Oh, boxing's actually pretty
well,
I like
satisfying
watching
to watch.
Yeah.
like karate spars or like martial arts spars.
Well, I've seen entertaining boxing fights, but a lot of them are not entertaining. They go,
Judge,
They go
I'm
all 10
tired. I
rounds.
lose.
Yeah. They're hugging a lot, and
I generalize.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I can go down this rabbit hole on YouTube. This could have been on my list. And that what you do on YouTube is you look for like the top top 10
Top
fights.
10.
You don't have to watch the boring
Oh,
ones.
top
Right.
10 lists are the worst.
But if you get the top 10 fights, then you're not watching the hugging
As
ones.
we're doing
Right.
the top 5.
Yeah.
Eric, what's your number 5?
All right. I had a hard time as well, but yeah. So these are the ones I came up with. Mine are how-to videos. So was my number 5, and that's I look up how to do my brakes, but then it goes into like, all right, I did my brakes and how to replace my coolant, and it just goes down that rabbit hole where, yeah, now I'm a mechanic.
I was going to say, you can do everything on your car now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of done that. Actually, look up, for me, it's like usually how to repair a specific model computer or laptop or tablet or whatever. And I don't do this a whole lot because I don't really repair things that much at this job, but you'll start looking it up and then you'll start looking up other things and you're like, why am I looking up how to repair this
VCR.
VCR or something stupid? You're like,
I don't have one.
why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Right. It's like nothing. Yeah. My number 5, which it's interesting because I wasn't going to put anything about video games on here, but constantly this has happened like in the past 6 or 8 months. And I'll always I'll be looking at video games. I'll look at cool stuff, and then I'll click on something and it references me to something else. And I'll start watching Mario Maker troll levels. So I don't know if you're familiar with what Mario Maker is, but people will make Mario levels in the game called Mario Maker. It's a licensed, it's an actual Mario game. And you can make Mario levels. And those are okay. I don't mind. I don't ever like watching those, but recently I just been watching people beat troll levels. Like you walk up and you hit and get the mushroom, but the mushroom pushes you off the cliff, or what? It's like, the stage takes literally 2.5 minutes to finish if you know what to do, but it's like an escape room.
Yeah, you have to plan out exactly, jump this high. And
Yeah, do this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll grab the key and go over to this door. Oh, but it didn't last long enough, so the door disappears or whatever. It's like just they troll upon troll and troll. It takes them like 30 minutes to complete a 2-minute stage, and it's just hilarious.
That sounds entertaining.
Yeah. So I don't purposely go look for those.
but sometimes it comes up in your feed.
Yeah, but I'll be watching a video and I'll turn around and then the next video it loads is like that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm watching this. Number 4, George.
Okay, number 4 is if I come across a music video that like strikes my fancy and I'm like, wow, that's weird. That's just really different. Then I'll start watching that group's all their videos.
Oh yeah.
And it's an hour later and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, how did I start this? And I've watched, I don't know how many videos. Like it could be something like Diantword. Like where they're just insane.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But they're
Sometimes you
fascinating.
can't look away, though.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think everyone at first found them from a rabbit hole,
More than likely.
but then they started getting really big. But I did this recently where I was watching, literally I was watching some kind of hardcore video, like music or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was starting to, then I found myself watching Scatman. You know what I'm talking about? Like the,
Scatman.
Like he scats, like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Scatman. Yeah. I was like,
Okay.
Is he good?
yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
Okay.
He basically makes the same song over and over, but yeah, I don't think he does it anymore, or maybe he's passed away. I don't know, but this is like the 90s.
This is going to be another rabbit hole. I'm going to have to be looking at Scatman now.
Right. But point is, it's absolutely nothing to do with the music I'm trying to
Right.
watch.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Yep.
I get intrigued with one is equally funny, but one is just makes it awesome to watch. Like people fails, but also like the people are awesome.
Oh
things.
yes.
Yes.
Where it goes back to back. Like here's an awesome. Oh, here's a failed. And you're trying to do the same thing.
It's just either or. So like one will be like a 5-minute video of it's just called like People Are Awesome Volume 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Those are
it's just people
astounding.
doing all this crazy stuff. And then it's got the fail one where people like are boogie boarding and they fall on their face or,
So
just-
there's ones that also put them together where it's like, oh, look, someone does this cool thing. And then a fail that's really similar to
I
it.
may have seen one
great.
or two of those,
Those are good.
but usually I just whichever one kind of comes up, and then that just kind of escalates.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let me watch volume 11 and 12 and 13.
Right.
I don't know who this guy is that's making all these videos, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they got me watching them.
Because he's making a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes.
So many views.
It's like, thank you for looking around YouTube and taking all the time and taking the cool stuff and just putting it together for me.
Right.
You saved me a lot of clicks.
I agree with that, but it's kind of irritating because here we are doing a lot of content, making all these videos and stuff like that, and some other dude is literally taking everyone else's footage,
Clips,
splicing
putting
it
it
in the top
together.
10 and making bank.
Well,
Right.
if we would do something awesome, we'd be on there. So
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Sad panda. All right, Eric.
Number 4 for me is like game show fails or funny moments, kind of like Family Feud
Yeah.
or Wheel of Fortune and all that good stuff. So a lot of funny moments. Some things are inappropriate.
Yeah.
The Family Feud ones are awesome.
Yeah.
I really enjoy those. My number 4 is People versus Road Rage. I don't know if you've ever seen these
I've
videos.
went down this one before.
Dude, every once in a while I was looking at, what was it? My little brother had a channel that he did his motorcycle stuff. And then over to the side, it's like People versus Motorcyclist. And I'm like, what? Click. And then it's like People versus Road Rage. These are nuts, man. These are basically like World Star Hip Hop
Yeah,
style videos.
pretty
but
much.
It's like usually they got a GoPro and it's driving. It's like, hey, knocks the windshield off. Or listen here, there is so many examples of people walking up to another person's car and punching their freaking window out.
Oh.
This is apparently an easy thing to do.
and hurting their hand.
No.
Oh,
No, they just smash, get out of your car. Like, you would not expect that to be a common thing. It is a common thing. Apparently, when you road rage, you are able to Hulk smash
Superhuman.
people's
Yeah.
windshields. And have you seen these?
Yeah.
That is insane. I don't know why it's so easy to literally smash somebody's window out.
I've actually seen a lot of times the opposite. Someone would try to hit it with a bat. They can't break it.
That's because you're watching the fail videos.
Yeah.
But they're trying. They're not mad. When you're
Right.
mad, you smash windows,
Yeah.
apparently.
all right. So
Number 3.
my number 3 is anything that's about sea animal encounters. Like, I'm just fascinated with watching people like swimming around and then like something
Yeah.
Here's a
comes
well.
up to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could just watch that for hours, just different things and, seals and whales and crazy underwater animals that, you wouldn't normally encounter. And here's someone out there doing
Killer
it.
octopus.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Anything.
It's just fascinating to me. There's one that I just watched.
Being underwater terrifies me.
Was it?
It's something like Around the World or something like that. And it's this guy who's this, guy who can hold his breath forever. I can't remember his name, but he's famous. He's like in a lot of these YouTube videos.
David Blaine.
No.
No, he goes on these really deep dives and just holds his breath. He's the champion of whatever that's called.
Yeah.
Free
Deep-
diving.
yeah, free diving.
Yeah.
Scaring the crap out of everyone else he loves.
Yeah.
He's been down there for 10 minutes.
And he can
Yeah.
and so he made this video where he goes and he's acting like he's running on the bottom. And he goes through all these different environments, past all these different animals. Like, it's like he's going around the world underwater, so it's like a 10-minute video. He's probably holding his breath for the whole time, but
Right.
I mean, he probably could, but
Yeah.
it's cut in different environments, but it's really cool.
Pretty neat. We're doing number 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt's paper looks like he's in high school.
That was last episode.
It's like all these little doodles all over it.
I've got little guy wins, so I like watching bullies losing, cocky fighters getting knocked out, cocky basketball, football players getting the raw end of whatever they were, talking smack about.
Yeah.
Jerk customers getting punked out.
Same thing. Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. Yeah. Just little guy wins. I'm all about it. I like watching that kind of stuff. I don't know why I shouldn't enjoy seeing middle schoolers get beat up, but when they're when they're instigating and they just don't see it coming from the little guy, I'll stand up and applaud. I love it.
That's fair.
All right. So my number 3 is actually a specific channel, I guess, really. I know that's not kind of what we're doing, but
It was specifically against
Whatever.
No, go ahead. I'm joking.
I mean,
I'm joking.
there are other guys, I guess, that do the same thing, but for some reason, I kind of gravitate to this guy here. Is Jerry Rig Everything? You guys ever?
I'm assuming he jerry rigs things.
Well, he'll get phones and
Is it like a
Apple
MacGyver?
Watch or whatever. No, he kind of breaks down stuff. So he'll get an iPhone and he'll be like, all right. So he gets he scratches the screen with different things to figure out the hardness. He'll use a knife to, see the size if they're metal or plastic, and he breaks them open and he does all
So he
kinds of
basically
stuff.
just destroys it like he's a little kid.
Kind of just to kind of figure out how it was built, and see how, what's in the inside of everything. So
And his
it's kind
channel's
of
name is Jerry Rig.
Everything.
It
Yeah.
doesn't really.
That's
I
totally the
thought he would be
opposite.
fixing stuff. He's tearing it apart. Yeah.
Well, sometimes he does fix stuff as well. So he'll say, this video is on how to replace the back glass of an iPhone 6 or whatever. So it's very hard, and this is how I did it. And so it's a lot of fixing stuff and a lot of how things were built. And the weird thing about it is I watch all these videos on like Apple Watch or whatever it is, or
Stuff you don't even own.
Yeah, I don't even own it. I don't know why I'm watching it.
I see what you're saying. Like you may have went there for specifically how to replace a screen with a phone that you have, but now you're watching him smash apart a.
okay, this qualifies.
Yeah.
Eric.
So
fair.
So there's other ones like he's gonna look at the smallest phone ever, and it's really small, and he'll do the build quality and see how it is, and he'll test it out. So he kind of reviews things as well. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a fail video, but specifically Twitch fails.
Twitch fails.
These are fantastic if you ever watched them, because like they'll be doing stuff and they get swatted, or no, just kidding. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
They'll be playing and they'll do stuff, or like, stuff will happen. And usually it's because, I don't know if you've ever seen Twitch, but people can donate money to you, and they usually have like speech to text happen. And some of the things that happen is very inappropriate. We can't talk about it, but it is fantastic sometimes when this stuff happens, and it is the right time at the right place. I mean, it's just like they'll do something and fail, and then like somebody will donate something. Like, okay, just to give you a quick example. Dude was so mad. He's like, he's so mad at the game. He throws a controller down. He's playing PlayStation 4 or something, but he's streaming it, his face or whatever. Throws his controller down, gets up, walks around, goes to the bathroom, slams the door. And at the same time all this is happening, somebody donates this and it starts reading off this paragraph. It's like, basically, the robotic voice that the speech to text is, it's like, you're so bad at the game, blah, blah, blah. It's like, and at the last part, it's like Alexa, play like Winning or whatever the song is. And so it triggers off his Alexa device and starts playing like I win no matter what. Dude, it was so brilliant. Dude, that he used the speech to text to play a song to troll the guy even farther. Wow, it was. I guess that's more of a win. Yeah, but like stuff like that, they're very good. They're funny. They're entertaining.
That's good. My number 2. I guess this is more of a channel thing, but it'll suck me in, and I don't know why. It's this thing where they do Irish people try this, or Irish people experience this for the first time.
Drink whiskey or
try
American treats.
Southern food or candy. Yeah. And I'll watch these guys, and after a while I'm like, why do I care?
Yeah.
Why do I care? Like almost like reaction videos. Like, why do I care how you're reacting to this?
Yeah, but I'm entertained. Like they're funny, but I'm just like, I've wasted so much time watching these random Irish people just eating Snickers. Who cares?
Yeah. Or these old Italian ladies, and we're gonna give them pasta from,
Yeah. There's different groups. Yeah.
Yeah. That one would be like, I am aware of this. Click. we are shutting that one down. No, I'm just kidding.
Number 2.
Yep.
I put people losing against authority. And pretty much what that means is like, so I remember one rabbit hole I went down was like the what are they called? The Queen's Guard, the red coats and big black hat in England. But just the way they treat the public, like if they are walking, you better move out of the way.
They'll just go right
They will charge you. It's really crazy to watch. They just yell Queen's Guard and run over you.
And just run over these poor old ladies.
So like that, or like
Do they really?
yeah, they do not move. That or like people in courtrooms trying to just like plead cases like ridiculously. I went down a Sovereign Citizen. I don't know if y'all have heard of this. Not heard of Sovereign Citizen?
Yeah.
There's a group of people that if you get pulled over, they say that they're not driving, they're traveling, and they are also not in a car, they're in a vessel. They use all this like old wordage to think that they're going to get out of, because they're not driving a car. There's no reason you can give them a ticket for driving a car when they're traveling in a vessel.
But they're actually driving a car.
They always get arrested, but it's always really funny to watch. I saw one guy get in front of a judge and tell him that he wasn't who he was. He was just a government what did he say? Government manufactured entity. And he went round and round with this judge. The judge,
What in the world?
Yeah, oh dude, it's amazing.
These
So
are people with mental health problems.
yeah, it's good stuff. So
Entertaining.
it's entertaining because they never win. It's-
All right. My number 2 is kind of piggybacking off yours on the fight ones, World Star kind of stuff. Also, top 5 knockouts or
Yes.
submissions and all that good stuff. So I don't know why it's fun to watch someone getting knocked out, but it is.
yeah.
It is.
It's so you can repeat because you like to repeat the line from Friday.
Oh, you got knocked.
Just gotta mutter it out there.
Yeah.
My number 2 is actually a spawn from an actual. If we do a top 5 of the other thing, it's probably going to be on the list, and it's unboxings. But that would be on the other list. This one is what actually gets me sucked down it, and it's I start watching an unboxing. I'm like, that's cool. I'll watch this. I'll watch this. I'll watch this, and then eventually it's mystery box unboxing. I don't know why I'm watching this stuff. Because people are literally like, I bought this $2,000 thing on Amazon or on eBay.
Yeah.
And he's just like, half of this stuff has to be fake.
Yeah, I got a pineapple, and look, the last thing I got out here was a Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, this is so disingenuous, but I just watched all 14 of your videos.
Right.
So I guess it works. Yeah. So I guess it's the booster pack unbox. Well, I mean, I guess I just did it at the beginning of this video.
Yeah.
So this podcast
That's
anyway.
very true. All right. My number 1, I just put.
Whoa.
Do you have an honorable mention?
Honorable mentions.
If you don't, that's cool.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My honorable mention is the honorable mention because it's just kind of obvious. If for people who know me, it's soccer videos. I will watch soccer videos all day.
Guys falling down that don't get touched.
It's everything. It could be guys, just bad dives, or it could be guys, faking people out, or it could be, bad calls, or soccer fights, or the best goals of the year. It's just like it goes on and on and on. There's so many categories that I'll pick certain players and I'll start watching videos on that player, and by the time I'm done, it's been hours.
That's fair.
George loves his sport. My honorable mention, I guess it's obvious. If it's beverage night at the RoBear house and Daddy wants to sit on the couch and
This is when we get the most text from Matt.
yeah. And watch a bunch of YouTube videos of just random whatever songs. So it's just a music rabbit hole. I will sit there for 2 hours just watching
Music videos.
Random as hell videos. It doesn't matter what it is. And then another one, I started going down this a while back. I kind of stopped after a while, but watching Hakas.
What?
It's
New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand, Maori. Like but you would know it if you saw it, where they all stand there and scream and
stick their tongues out.
Stick their tongues out. They're hitting their chest usually and stuff. It's
their arms.
Oh, I see. Almost like cadences and stuff.
yeah,
But with no instruments or whatever.
Yeah, I think the Maori people, it was used for combat. It was a way to intimidate, but it also is like a way of storytelling. It has a lot of different functions to it.
I gotcha.
It's beautiful.
But if they do it, like if it's all in unison, it is incredible to watch.
Yeah.
There's some really bad ones too. But if they're good, they're amazing to
I'm
watch.
with you on this. I can watch that.
Are you talking about
forever.
like
Kind of like Stomp. Is that what they're called? The group Stomp? Hey, no, I'm just saying, like in a quick reference.
No, he like big Hawaiian guys. They're like
The Polynesian people do it. Yes, they do it too.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
Lua.
more like
it's
that.
like Lua.
Yeah.
More like that.
Because I think The Rock, he did it in, I think
Which he's Polynesian.
yes, he is.
Right.
And that's why it was funny. I think it was in the
He's
last,
also awesome.
in the last Fast and Furious movie. I did not see it, but I saw where he's like a coach for his daughter's soccer team and they're losing. So he brings them out and makes them do a haka to the other team to start the second half. And I'm sure they win after that, but it was just funny.
Oh, I like it.
Cool. I didn't have one, so
Oh,
you have anything, Tim?
Yep. Mine's a recent one, which is weird. Kind of actually is similar to yours, but because they run into a marine life and stuff. But it's people that got GoPro cameras and they're diving and finding random crap.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Like,
yes,
that,
I've watched those.
like this is a very recent one for me. So
mostly it's phones and
phones and like drones,
right,
like
and
guns.
oh, yeah, you probably find a lot of guns.
Yeah,
Are they happening to find it, or are they looking for stuff?
they're treasure hunting.
Okay.
So they take an area and they're like, all right, we're going to dive in here and just see what we find.
Probably find you some good sunglasses. What's a good brand of Oakleys?
Yeah,
Get you some
yeah,
Oakleys.
yeah.
Find you some Oakleys down there.
They find all kinds of stuff, and it's fascinating. They don't really run into marine life that much, but I've seen a couple where they have, because they're usually like near where people are walking,
Okay.
you know, or like where people are boats, like
Canoeing
parties and
areas.
stuff. Yeah.
Boating area would be popular to
Yes.
do it at.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
So they're not going like super deep in the water. They're probably maybe 20 or 30 feet or something.
Oh yeah,
So-
less than that. A lot of times it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, they're clearly seeing the ocean floor like as bright as day.
Yeah.
It's deep enough where the people who lost the thing aren't going to go get it.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. They're not going to go rent scuba gear to go get their wallet back or something. Yeah.
Actually, going off that, I will add one real quick. And it's kind of the same thing as haul videos on. It's like, hey, you know, these are the things I found at a yard sale, or these are things I found at Goodwill or something.
I've
It's
never
kinda
actually watched
interesting.
those. That actually if I did that, that'd actually probably be something I would be looking for and put it on the other list.
Yeah,
That sounds, actually, I don't know why I've never looked at that.
they're interesting.
Well, let's do our number one YouTube rabbit hole.
Well, my number one ties into Matt's. The haka dance. It's not haka necessarily, but it's dance.
Oh, okay.
I can just start watching dance videos.
Dance videos?
Yeah, it could be Hawaiian Lua dance, or it could be, you know, like just popular dance. Like it could be Dance World
River
Champ-
dance?
No, yeah, Irish dance could absolutely.
What was that dance where you dance outside the car?
No.
And you fall down that one and
sometimes.
kill yourselves. Yeah.
No. Yeah, Kiki dance. That's the dance.
No, it's just different kinds of dance. It could be whatever kind of dance, but there are championships. There's different kinds of world championships. It could be like
Stupid Kiki.
yeah, you know you watch the Kiki dance.
no, I haven't seen that.
The
actually.
fail ones, yes.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. And so it might be, you know, like hip hop championships, and I'm just like, how do these people move like that?
yeah.
You know, and
That's true.
or it could be any kind. It could be Argentine tango or something. I was like, whoa, look at them, you know, do that. And I'm not that much of a dancer. I'm not, you know, I don't know why I'm spending so much time like just clicking on different dance things and just
Watching.
fascinated
Yeah.
with what people are able to do. There's a Japanese group, music group called New World Order, and they all dance in unison. Stuff like that is just fascinating to me. So they're pretty good. You should check them out.
New World Order.
New World Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number one, I'll put ongoing bits on TV shows. So a good example would be Jimmy Fallon will bring on celebrities and do the he dresses up like a girl. Her name is Sarah without an H because H's are I don't know if y'all have seen this or not. No? Okay. Well, he does it with various people. Also carpool karaoke. I'm sure y'all have seen
Yes,
that before.
yes.
With James Corden, I think's his name.
Yep.
And then Conan has usually got some like ongoing bits he does with people. And then like just to throw this in here because it's funny, but I will watch every single one of these if I get going, is the Yup Yup aliens from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
If y'all are familiar with that. But
Yep.
Those are some random stuff.
No, that's a good one.
What's your number one, Eric?
Mine is there's like TED Talks and there's other inspirational videos like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's doing this I don't know where he's at or whatever, but he's just give you a talk, and it's pretty cool. So any kind of inspirational kind of.
Sorry, I started thinking like a seminar for house cleaners.
House cleaners.
Someone they'll get it.
Take
It's-
advantage
yeah.
of his
You know,
house help.
Oh,
The weird thing about the TED Talks is I feel like they always start off intentional, but then you're like, why am I listening to this dude talk about this random stuff?
yeah, right.
Like it starts off, it's like, oh, this is really cool. It's talking about, like, for instance, I watched one about Alex Arnhold or whatever, the free solo climber. Have you ever heard of him? He
gotcha.
like free solo climbs with just chalk in his hands, and he scaled like all kinds of like mountains and stuff.
Is he the one that just died?
No.
No. Okay.
When did he just die?
One of these famous free climbers just fell.
Three of them.
3 of them.
Oh no, they get
That was
Sorry.
that was I know what you're talking
Sorry,
about there
different
too.
situation. Yeah,
There was also like 4 people that died at Grand Canyon. I thought about you when I saw that.
yeah.
Well, that's weird. Anyway, so like,
Well, because they fell in. They got too close to the edge.
Like I do.
you get so close to the edge.
No, I'm
No,
just
he
kidding.
doesn't get close to the edge.
I do not
You don't
get close
remember
to
this
the edge.
conversation. Never mind.
Nope. I am terrified of that. I would not be anywhere near an edge.
No, me either. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue. Free
Well,
climber.
anyway, so like you watch one about a TED Talk about Alex talking about him climbing El Capitan. And then next I'm like watching marine life in Antarctica, 6,000 feet under the, I mean, it's like, whoa, why am I watching this? Yeah. So
Yeah.
TED Talks are for me, like usually like I started intentional, but then you're like, what the, anyway.
They have a lot of variety.
Yes. It's very encompassing of a lot of different things.
Yep.
I have to check out these TED Talks. I always just thought they were business oriented.
No.
Oh no, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Even that's what I'm saying. Like, even the ones you're like, why am I listening to this? Like, I have no interest in it at all, but they're actually really interesting.
There's so many topics. Like,
Yeah.
I'll check that out then.
Like baking with sand. I mean, you're just like, what? And you're like, listen to
Maybe
it.
not that.
No, but even
Is there
then it's
Taking with sand?
no.
Okay.
But I watched one about David Blaine. That was cool. He was talking about the time he held his breath. That's why I brought that up. He held his breath for like 13 minutes or something like that, or 17 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He talked about the process of getting there because he actually did it, but he like had like a those tents, the hypothermic tents or whatever they're called.
Hyperbaric.
Yeah, well, like it simulates you at a very high altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he slept in one of those for like months
Oh, wow.
to like not have enough oxygen and like
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. You should watch it. It's fascinating.
Okay. I watched a video recently where there were all those people who do free diving, and it was a compilation of different people who do that passing out, either while they were down
That's
there.
scary.
Yeah, either while they were underwater or the moment they come to the surface. Like
Oh,
You
they
know-
just barely made it.
they have to stay aware for a certain amount of time once they hit the surface, or else it doesn't count.
Oh.
And so many of them hit the surface and immediately pass out.
Wow.
And there's people there's spotters, like just ready just to grab them. And it was pretty scary though to watch, like especially the people that are down there. You're like, oh, they're dead.
Right.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Well, my number one is blade restorations. For some reason, I watch people restore like bladed
Old blades.
weapons for no reason. And it's like, they usually don't even say a single word through the whole video. And it's like,
Wait. There's just a video of someone just polishing a blade.
it's usually like sped up. So it's like, this is all you hear. It's like, and they just like sanded the whole thing. And it's like, you hear this for about 8 minutes. And then at the end, it's like normal speed, and they chop stuff with it.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious because it really is just like it's like as they're hammering it
yeah.
and stuff.
It's Tim's ASMR experience.
Yeah, right. I actually know what that is because it's on the Twitch fails a lot. But do you know what it is?
No.
It's like the audio sensory people where it's like they make noise with fingernails and stuff like that. And
I've seen some of those videos. They're quite odd.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I seen a video where it was like this girl eating, well, she was eating a banana, but not for
Not
the
normally.
purpose that you're thinking about probably, but it's like,
So you can
so
hear
you
the
can
noise.
hear her like eating the banana. It's like,
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Instagram has a lot of this stuff. Like just people, they have like, they take the kinetic sand. I could even put this on here. They take kinetic sand and they just do stuff like they form it into a square and it's like, they take knives and it's like,
slice it.
like, why is this so interesting? But I'm watching it.
Yeah, it really is a thing. Like certain things will just fascinate certain people. And
Well,
I've
they
noticed
also
it
have
myself,
like 2 million views. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
There's someone with a hydraulic press that just
I've
smashes
seen that
everything.
guy.
Yeah. it's
There's
like-
also the one that heats up like the big molten ball and just
Yes.
puts it in
puts
a
it on
glass.
stuff.
puts
Yeah.
it on the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it
That's a good one,
destroys
too.
it? Yeah. Yeah.
So many views.
All right. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this one up. So we want to, anything else before we? Nope. All right. Thank you for tuning in to episode 73 of MeepleCore Podcast. This episode was recorded on, what day is it? I didn't even update the date. It's recorded on April 25th, 2019. Please send your questions and comments to meeplecore@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at MeepleCore. And check out the video versions of the show on YouTube/MeepleCore, which I should add, if you're for some reason listening to the very end of this episode, then just cut it off. I'm almost caught up.
Hey.
I am almost caught. I am at episode 67 has been scheduled out and done. So I'm only like 5 behind now.
Nice work.
Yeah. Bam. Busted it. I
Way to
did like
go.
literally 13 or 14 of them in like the past 2 weeks.
Wow.
All right.
So anyway, George, pleasure.
Thanks again.
And this is Tim Jennette, the Metal Meeple.
Matt RoBear.
And Eric Ledford.
Keep on rocking and rolling dice.